Can I smoke?
You girl, do whatever you want.
Hey
everybody. Xavier, he's already in here. He was like so excited to be
already in here. Oh
y'all.
my god. Okay,
yes,
we're gonna have to wait
Bluebird said, "Hey y'all."
Tell them.
So.
Okay, who all?
You're frozen.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
So, you guys, this is Earf Muva. If you guys
hey y'all. Hey, okay, so let me just get this out of the way now so that people know. Cherita already knows. I am at the gas station parking lot because the Wi-Fi in my area is out. So I'm sitting in a gas station at the parking lot, and I cannot see y'all's comments. So Cherita's gonna be like reading to me what y'all are saying because I don't know who's in here or like what.
Yeah, so Tanisha, Megan, Mason, Kimiko, Chelsea.
Hey everybody.
Beef Fever. Naima.
Is the audio okay for you, Cherita?
Sometimes it gets a little like iffy.
Yeah, because it's like doing that on my end. So let me know if it's not okay on my end.
Okay, you're good now. Everybody, make sure you guys go and follow her.
Wait. Oh, bad. Okay. Okay. Like, am I frozen?
Not anymore.
Okay, I'm good now.
Kind of.
No, y'all. This is about to be so ghetto. I will literally drive. I'm gonna drive closer into town. I'm not even playing with y'all if it does not work.
Okay. Oh, Feffy, Alex. Yeah. See, they said the audio is mostly fine, but you can kind of be like in and out.
Okay. So what I might do is, Cherita,
I'm
gonna let you introduce it for like 5 minutes, and
then
like let more people come in, and then I'm gonna drive closer into town.
Okay.
Try to get my Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Okay, and then just resend me the link.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard, but Earf, her Wi-Fi is down at her house, and she lives in the sticks. So she has to drive somewhere and find somewhere that there's Wi-Fi. Mason, yes, I'm going to save it. You can come back and rewatch it. Oh, Syracuse, New York. Yeah, I'm in California. It's only 6 o'clock. Reese. Earf and her Walmart parking lot connection. Okay, so hey Dion, if you guys do not know who Earf is, you've probably been living under a rock, especially if you know who I am. Hey AWOL. And long story short, Earf has been, she kind of got her come up because she made a video, a very iconic video about drama channels. And they got in their feelings and sent their stands to attack Earf. And she honestly just like she gained more than she gained more than she lost. So that wasn't the only video that she did about drama channels. So she not recently, but she did another video, and right now verbatim, like we are watching what Earf said would happen. And I just I wanted to talk to her because you guys know, I know how it feels to be right majority of the time. So I just wanted to talk to somebody else who is right, because she was spot on about everything, but she got so much hate. And then people tried to cancel her, but that's a whole nother situation. But she was right literally about everything. Okay, I'm gonna have to send her the link again. So, and then we also wanted to talk about Jeffree Star, because you guys know everything that I've said about him has been right. So those are the two subjects that we're going to be talking about. She was 1000% right about drama channels. And then I was right about this man. Whew, y'all. This is like, there's so much like karma, and I don't want to call it like good karma, but karma is happening everywhere, literally everywhere. Like, you've got that orange Cheeto man who just beat COVID. But did he not say that it was just a hoax? But then he caught the hoax. Like, the irony of it all. There's also Chelsea. Yeah, we will try to predict your future. Oh, and then I don't know if you guys heard about this young man by the name of Jonathan Price, and I'm actually going to do a video on him because he was shot and killed by the cops, a Black man, but he was an avid, he was like borderline an all lives matter type person, and he wrote this long dissertation about how he lives in the most racist, like he lives in a racist state and or city and state, and he talked about how, you know, their experiences, they meaning the Black people who have been shot and killed, their experiences are different than mine. I'm cool with all the cops in my area, and he was shot and killed by the cops because he was Black. So I don't know. Like, I'm feeling conflicted because he should not have been shot by the cops. But it's like a tragic irony, because he's like, just because it hasn't happened to me, it means like it doesn't directly affect me or whatever. You guys know what I'm trying to say. And like, he got it the worst way possible. Yes, about how the cops don't ever do anything bad in his experience. And it's like, Jesus. Yeah. And then he said he was addicted to white women. But I don't. Okay. All right, Earf. I just found it very, very weird that, like, he was self-hating, but not like Candace Owens type self-hating. So, all right, StreamYard. And then, not edit. Oh. Nope, that's not. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, that's not it either. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Do you think location matters as to why he thought that way? Probably, because he was one of those. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh, there we go.
You can hear me?
This was about Jonathan Price.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Not too much, Reese's, because yeah. Not too much with my Wi-Fi, with my Walmart parking lot Wi-Fi. Yeah, with my pop locking and dropping Wi-Fi. I know it's bad. It's bad. It is.
Yes. So Dion. Yeah. So Dion, I've seen his All Lives Matters friends say like, oh, it's a tragedy, and you know, he was a good guy and nothing he could have done warranted, basically the same thing we say about every other Black man that has been shot and killed. And he had the Stella.
Oh my God, he had Stella.
And so what was I gonna say? Oh, and so one of his friends is a very like blue lives, all lives matter. And he was having a conversation with a friend, and it was like, you know, the people who get shot, they're, you know, they act like fools and they get what they deserve. And he was the first one to be like, my friend didn't deserve to die, but he's also still not screaming Black Lives Matter. So I
just recently heard about the story. Where is this guy from? Do you know?
It's somewhere in Texas. Wolf.
Oh, well, that's all you needed to say.
Yeah, Wolf
That's
City or something. And he's like, it's a very small town. It's like 1,400 people. He's probably like the only Black person like there, like in his city.
Literally. Yeah.
So, but they all, and I'm not saying that he was a bad person. And I actually think he had character by the way that people, you know, were talking about him. Now, granted, it was literally all white people, but basically he was like the token, like, oh, well, I like him, but they still don't like Black people. Like he was the exception type deal.
Right.
But I do think he was a good person. He was a motivational speaker, but other than that, like all of his friends, I mean, now some of them are saying like, okay, Black Lives Matter, this is a, you know, a race thing. But all of his friends, for the most part, are just like, this tragedy, it's such a tragedy. It should have never happened to him. But they didn't say anything about, you know, Breonna Taylor or
anybody else.
They didn't have that same energy. Right. And they're still not saying Black Lives Matter, even though their Black friend got shot and killed for being Black.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? That's so funny that I even had to ask you where he was from, because I didn't even know that he was from Texas, because nobody here is making a big deal about it, because nobody here cares about that kind of thing. Like, it's so sad that I didn't even know that, because there's no protest. There's no nothing. It's sad because we're so, I mean, like, I know you're from like the East Coast, so like it's different, but
West,
in the South,
West Coast.
Yeah, West. Right. West Coast. But in the South, people do not, like, they're not, it's so ingrained, like from early on, like in school even, of how there's just like no such thing. Like, people really do not believe in police brutality here at all. Like, you can't tell them nothing. They don't believe in it at all. So the fact that I didn't even know he was from Texas is really sad.
Yeah. Yep. He's right in your backyard. Well, I don't know.
I didn't even read his Facebook status, but I knew that it was like some pop.
Yeah, and then he was also saying like he has an addiction to white women.
Okay, I saw somebody comment that. Yo, I'm not trying to laugh, but what?
He was
Where
like,
did he say that?
He said he said something about his second family. He said their last names. He was like, they, you know, this was my family who never gave up on me, while trashing his Black family, because he was like my blood, they don't believe in me and this, that, and the other. But he was like, you know, the X and Y's, they raised me, and that probably has a lot to do with my love for country music and my obsession with white women.
Oh my God. We have moved past the point. I don't know. I'm only speaking for me. I'm not speaking for Cherita, because me and Cherita do think differently. Even though we do like somehow predict things. I think it is because we're friends, like, obviously.
Yeah.
But I've moved past the point where I think I'm gonna continue to like march and like fight for straight Black men. I think I've progressed past that point, because it's like every time I'm disappointed and everything, just straight men, not even necessarily straight Black men, but I've moved past like getting excuses for straight men. Like, I'm disappointed every time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tanisha, he wasn't as bad as Christian Walker, like, I guess by his statuses on Facebook. He wasn't like to the point where he was, I don't know, he was not as bad as Christian. Like, I think Christian does it for play. you know, but this is how this man truly felt. And he tried, his words were nice. So.
My Wi-Fi, of course, is doing the bank bounce.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
No, like literally it's doing it. But can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what are the comments saying? Just so I can kind of
they're just saying like, well, Bethany said, "I'm not trying to laugh, but what is the best reaction?" Let me see. Carolina says, "LOL, I just got here and I'm so confused. We're all confused." Bethany said, "It's okay." Lisa said, "My case is down. Sorry." Yeah. I'm gonna make a video about him because there's so many layers, and I just don't know how to feel.
Okay, hold on, I can't really hear you.
Oh,
say something.
yeah, I know.
No. Oh my god.
Right, Audra? Kaylin, we should do a podcast. Dion.
What she said?
Dion said, "Is your Wi-Fi eating popcorn?"
Dude, I'm so pissed right now. Like, I want to fight. I'm pissed that my Wi-Fi's not working. Dude. I'm so bad. Like, this is so bad. This is my karma for talking about the drama channels. And then whenever I try to come back and talk about this, my Wi-Fi don't work.
Xavier says, "Cherita, your audio a little crunchy."
My audio's crunchy. Fuck me. I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all. I'm so sorry. Like, y'all know my life is
a mess.
And then my gas, like speed is just too much.
Yep, you're just in and out, in and out. Not Pop Rocks and Coke. You guys, this is this is the funniest thing. Oh yeah. Here, I'll text that to her. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. My stomach's laughing. What? My stomach is hurting from laughing. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, we were just talking about that man. And you know what? I'm surprised it's not trending either, but it doesn't fit into that narrative because, okay, now here's what I noticed. It's a bunch of white people saying Jonathan was such a good guy. He was such a good man. He was, the best. He was this, he was that. And when I say it's nothing but white people saying this, that's it. Nothing but white people are saying how good of a person he was. But like when a bunch of black people try to tell you how good somebody was when they got killed, then you have the white people that are like, we need to see the whole video. Oh, thank you, Hariana. Yeah, people, you get people saying things like, I need to see the whole video. He must have done something, blah, blah, blah. But now that all these white people are saying he's a good person, now everybody believes him. And so I think these Blue Lives Matter people are confused. I think they're confused because they're like, well, yes, exactly, Xavier. He was a good black. And so it's like, well, there's no way he could have, everybody's saying that his hands were up and, and witnesses are saying it. And there's a baseball player, an MLB player. This is actually how I found out about it. I forget his name, something I don't remember. I'm not even going to try to remember. Will Harrisburg. I don't know. I just made something up. Hey Potter, we're talking about Jeremy Price. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So all of these, white people are like, oh no, the MB, oh my gosh, the MLB player, he was like, this was my friend. He was such a good person. I talked to everybody who was there. There were multiple witnesses. He didn't do anything wrong. His hands were up and he got shot 3 times. And everybody is believing, and I'm not saying that's not what happened, but they're so quick to believe this white person who was like, hey, I mean, I wasn't there, but I know he's innocent. But when a black person tries to say it, they're like, you're just being sensitive. You're just being sensitive. Don't bring race into it, you know? And you're right, Feffy. They're upset that I have a black friend person is now dead because they have no other friends. They have no other black friends. Yeah, and that's the thing is, I was talking to my son's father about it, and he goes, he could have had on a MAGA hat with a Blue Lives Matter shirt on, and they still would have just seen him as a black man. They don't care about his politics. They don't care about anything. They don't care about that stuff. And that's so frustrating. They're quick to believe white people, but again, that's why allies are necessary in marginalized groups. Straight people will more likely listen to another straight person about gay or LGBTQ problems, which makes no sense to me because if you're talking to another straight person, what can they tell you about being part of that community? Like it makes no sense to me. But yeah, they are so quick to believe white people. So when a black person says it and there's actual video footage to back it up, they still write it off as a black person doing something to provoke the cops. Exactly, no matter what. I wonder, it's like they're saying, hold on. Okay, let's get her.
Okay, I came to a Starbucks.
Okay.
So we're hoping and praying, thoughts and prayers to my internet connection. Honest to God. Thoughts and prayers. Let's get to talking about these motherfuckers, because if it goes out again, I'm gonna cry.
All right, drama. Are we starting with drama channels? Ugh. The straights are not okay, Feffy. That's why I stay away. I stay far away from that term. Yeah, the straights are not okay. Exactly. Listen to the people affected by things about those things. Yeah, like it makes no sense. Earth got frozen already? Okay, so bruised leg! Oh my gosh! Where you been? Bruised leg! So these drama channels need to start making apology videos to Earth, especially after accusing you. Yeah, and still waiting on my apology. Hariana, exactly. I'm straight, can't stand straight people. Like I can't. Drama channel. Yeah. Is it Callan? Drama channels they owe us apologies, but we're never ever going to get them. We're literally never going to get the apologies that we deserve. Because I feel like when I mean like me and Earth, like when we made our videos, it wasn't out of like hate or, it was just like general wondering. I feel like both of us were saying things that other people were just afraid to say. And here we are like years later and everything's happening that we said was going to happen. Kaylin. Okay. Yeah, like everything happened and all of a sudden it's just like whatever. They've all blocked me. People who are wrong. Okay.
Okay, so I was kind of watching what you were saying while I was trying to get connected again. And I just want to say that I never expect, like, as far as apologies go, like, everybody always says that they really want, you know, us to get like apologies and like everything from these drama channels. But I, as like you said, don't think that we'll ever get them, especially not me. And I like, and I get it. Like, I totally get it. Like, I do. But what pisses me off is that they won't apologize to you. Like,
no, you're frozen again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. Tanisha said Earth take 3.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Well, I can see you, but you're frozen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying that I felt like you came at it from like such a strategic angle, and you were really concise with like what you were saying, and you weren't. Were you harsh? Yes. Like, we were both harsh, but you weren't like mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I do that like on purpose because I can be the angry Black woman or whatever. But I feel like my tone was just needed because I felt like my tone wasn't being presented. It was always just people, you know, getting upset and like screaming and yelling and calling names and whatever, which I'm not. Obviously, I like it. I watch it.
Right. Like, you don't have a problem with it. It's just not your angle.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. I mean, I don't know, like, watching everything unfold after, like, literally, you guys, like, those of you that follow me on Twitter, I posted a screenshot of like the time that I posted my video, and it was early September of last year. And then I posted the next screenshot of Dustin Daly's video about Rich Lux, and it was literally this same month a year later.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I can tell I am not the same person. Like, I can tell like therapy and everything else has done a number on me, because I almost felt bad for Dustin in that video. Almost, but it was like we had been telling him
for years. Oh no, we lost the audio. It's not about accountability. It was about right and wrong and having morality without egocentric views being imposed on what anyone specifically defines as right or wrong. Right. And it was so it's okay. We lost Earth. We'll get her back. But it was more like, how can I just admit when people are right? And I'm always saying things like, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Because you were frozen for a good second.
I know. Yeah.
It's all good. But anyways, yeah. So we had been telling Dustin for years. And I never even really got, and I always tell this story, but in case people, you know, don't know, me and Dustin were like, we would talk a lot. And like a lot, like in the DMs. It was never like, I mean, like on the timeline here and there, maybe. Oh, they said do audio, no video. That might help your connection.
Okay. So like this?
Yeah. Okay. It sounds like popcorn again.
Do I sound like popcorn stuff?
Okay, I think it just got better. Yeah. And with Dustin, like me and him, we used to communicate sometimes on the timeline, but mostly like in DMs or whatever. And then when I put out my video, instead of him coming to me, he just subtweeted me all over the timeline. And then he blocked me. And that was that. That was that with Dustin. And that was 2, maybe 3 years ago. Like, actually, let me pull up my time hop, because every time, like around this time, there's you know, like messages, not messages, but you know, it'll show that I was interacting with Dustin, and it was, oh, listen, I've got Jeffree Star's boyfriend on his Instagram. I got him on notifications, so I'm not trying to miss nothing. He just posted a picture. But anyways, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago that me and Dustin would talk, but he just, let me see, just stopped. Nothing. No. Wait, hold on. Hold on. No. Nope. But yeah, me and Dustin, I don't think Dustin's redeemable at this point unless he just pulls himself away from all of them. Like, I don't know. I didn't watch Dustin's video about Rich. So I don't know. So I don't know the issues. I know what's wrong with Rich, but I don't know what Dustin found wrong with Rich. So let's see. Yeah, he's not as upfront as he claims to be, because I think it was Leah. I think it was either Leah or Harley came to my rescue, Harley Jen. Because I had posted, because I think my video, it was the title that pissed people off. And because it said a list of employees on Jeffree Star's payroll. But I never said that in the video. Like, it was just, I was confused why people weren't talking about a specific topic. And then everybody got mad and they were like, how can she insinuate that we're being paid and this, that, and the other? And it was like, I didn't say that in my video at all. But again, that's besides the point. And they were all talking about me, and Leah or Harley Jen, whichever one it was, they were like, okay, well, I'm going to play devil's advocate, but that was just a clickbait title. She didn't say that. And, you know, they're like, well, it was being insinuated and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. But was I right about the payroll or was I not? I mean, yeah, like maybe Nick and Dustin and Paige and Ashley never got paid, but who's going to tell me that Rich did not? Who's going to tell me that? So Earf said she's going to try one more spot. So it's, yeah, to this day, Dustin kisses Jeffree's ass. I didn't know that. Kaylin, yes. Kaylin said, I feel like they're all just trash, and I believe that. Yeah, that was actual projection. Like, I don't know. The Christmas party with the petty acquaintances, like there was just so much that goes on between, like, people who like don't know each other, like do not know each other. Okay, so he said Rich was selfish and disrespectful and deceitful. It was mostly that he didn't like how he treated other people as if they were beneath him. Well, where do you think he got that from? Jeffree Star himself. That's what Jeffree Star does. Rich didn't think Dustin was good for his image. Rich didn't think So the jorts and flip-flops weren't a good image for Rich. Dustin, to me, definitely more annoying on Twitter than in his videos. I mean, I honestly stopped watching his videos a while back, just because I was tired of people just caping for Jeffree Star. You have a lot of patience being involved in the drama community, still being years ahead of everyone. Thank you. Trust me, it's not fun. Dustin almost seems likable in his videos. Almost, yeah, Tanisha, in his like back in the day videos, that's what, like, I started watching him. I was like, oh my gosh, like he's so fun. And then I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. They let Twitter fame get to their egos. And like, honestly, what is Twitter fame? Because I hate when, you know, like I'll tell people like, oh yeah, I do YouTube or whatever. You know, if they ask, what do you do? Yeah, I do YouTube or whatever. And they're like, oh, what do you talk about? And I'm like, this is so embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Like, How do you, like, I'm a grown ass woman, and how do I go? Okay, well, so there's like drama channels that talk about like beauty YouTube and beauty drama, and like I talk about that. Like that is so embarrassing. And Twitter, and nobody cares. Like literally nobody cares. Dustin, Rich, and Nick all trying to say they're biased. You know, like I'm just tired of, like, you remember how I was talking about how like karma is coming for 2020. It's like hold on. Yeah, of course they say they're unbiased. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, hold on. See, you guys, my ADHD. Let me see. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying, you guys? I don't know. They're all not worth watching. Do you guys remember when they were all like really, really, really close, and literally one topic would happen and then all at once, boom, videos. I critique culture and society in my videos. I like that. And then boom, like all the videos it'd be like 5 of them. It'd be like Rich, Nick, Dustin, Ashley, and Paige. And hey, Draggy. And so they would all come out at the same time. And it was like, if you watch one video, you literally watch them all, because of the things that they would say and they wouldn't say. Oh, I was getting to the hypocrisy. That's what it was. So with karma of 2020, you know, the drama channels are finally understanding why we would get mad at them at certain things. And it's like, the first thing they do is they're like, oh, well, I can't talk about it because of this. And it's like, okay, but you expected, or you made drama videos about so-and-so not talking about something that you won't talk about. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Right, Dion, nobody, not a single soul cares in the real world about this. Like, which Black Mirror episode? Because I've seen them. Well, I've seen almost all of them. Yep. Same videos, similar names. Oof. It's a guilty, embarrassing pleasure. I know. Yeah. When you leave it, you realize no one gives a shit. And that is right. They tried to be the Team 10 of drama channels doing all their videos together. Yes. That's exactly what it is. And going to write your followers on your coffin or obituary. Oh, that's so funny. And then they would try to say things to not make themselves perceive as like a bad person. Like, not saying that all 45 supporters are bad, but like Nick went out of his way to be like, I don't support Trump, but everything that he does like says otherwise. It's weird. I never watched drama channels, and my reason was I don't want to watch a janky skank commercial. Yeah. Exactly. Well, a lot of people, believe it or not, know who Shane Dawson is. They don't know too much about Jeffree. Yeah. It's just like YouTube, but they're ultimately just weird sick people. Like, yeah, Jeffree and Shane have been getting coverage in mainstream news. It's weird. Did you guys see the video of Jeffree at age 23, 24 making out with a 17-year-old? Did you? Yeah, they're all white men. Like, yeah, they do. They take themselves way too seriously. Well, Rich thinks that he forgets that he's a minority. Rich, yeah. Like, that's what, do you guys remember? That's what Earf said in her video. She was, you know, she said that Rich would be the type of person to ask, like, Is it okay that I'm Latinx or whatever? Yeah, they do. Like, and I understand that YouTube can be serious, but oh, I think we're getting Earth back. I understand YouTube can be serious and like you can, have a job and this, that, and the other, but are you home?
No. We still don't have Wi-Fi at my house. So I came over to my granny's house because I was like, look, I'm gonna have to get Wi-Fi. Y'all forgive me. Now it's working now, right?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. I was like slick watching it, like trying to watch your stream while I was on the way over here.
Okay.
And yes, I saw that video of him making out with that boy. I also saw the video that Def Noodles put out where he was talking about how, like, I guess somebody brought up the tweet because Jeffrey had tweeted and said like hanging out with.
Oh no! Wait! You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I also saw the tweet where the video where Def Noodles was talking about how Jeffrey deleted a tweet like saying that he was hanging out with those two boys. So I'm like, you were up to some shady shit. Like, you were up to some shady shit.
Yep.
And I just think it's so funny how basically he was projecting, like how you were saying. I mean, he was essentially projecting or maybe seeing himself in James, like seeing something that he didn't like or seeing something that he noticed within himself. So he was going so hard.
Right.
And now everything is just turned around, like, and been thrown back into his face.
Yep. I know.
I really think y'all, like, honestly, I feel like this whole like Dramageddon thing, like how everybody was saying, well, it's over now because Jeffrey apologized or whatever. I don't think that I just don't personally feel like it's over. I don't feel like it'll be over until maybe the victim eventually comes out and speaks. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel bad saying that because I don't think that a victim should have to come out and speak. Like, I don't think that they should be forced to come out and speak.
Right. Relive their trauma.
But I do feel like there's a possibility there. You know what I mean?
Yep. Everybody says, come through Granny. Estella said, tell Granny I said hi.
I'll tell her she out of town right now. That's why I could be loud. Because if she was here, oh girl, I'd be out on the porch. She would be like, take your ass out to the porch. What is everybody else saying since I can't read the comments?
Okay, so did not watch the video. Can we talk about how it's convenient? Oh, okay. So they said, can we talk about how it's convenient that the black boyfriend is now supposedly a thief? I legit don't believe he stole shit. Why? Because Jeffree Star's a freaking racist.
Period. Let's talk about the black boyfriend altogether, though. I feel like the whole thing was a stunt. Like, let's just get that out of the gate. I feel like the whole thing was a stunt. I feel like this whole thing, like, he somehow, there had to be a leak that he knew that this article was coming out because it was way too convenient. And then the fact that old boy started talking about their sexual, history as far as like, diseases and stuff like that, which I did not appreciate. I thought that was really whack and like lame and corny, but I think that was the whole point. The whole point was to make him the bad guy, and he was fine with being the bad guy because he's gotten clout from it. And now Jeffrey's just like not looked to as the good guy again, but almost looked at like the victim again because they're talking about his sexual health status.
Wait, okay. The last part cut off.
I just feel like now Jeffrey's being looked at as the victim because they're discussing his sexual health status, and I don't feel like Amari or Amar or whatever his name is has a problem with being the bad guy because of look at all the clout that he's gotten off of this. Like, he's gotten thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers or followers. None of us knew who he was,
right?
Right. And then I saw that he posted on Instagram, like right before we got on the live. I saw he had posted on Instagram, if you get me to 100,000 subscribers, then he'll leak whatever it is
Right. Okay. So I know. And now, number one, Tanisha says she feels like it's a distraction, and so do I. And this is what I think. And people are probably going to think that like I'm reaching or whatever, but this is literally how I feel. So, yes, I believe it is a stunt. I believe from the beginning it was a stunt. And so there's been multiple like fake pages of Andre, or right, Amari, Andre, whatever, right?
Yes.
I think they're all him. And I think the reason why he's doing that is so that he can say shit like he's saying and then being like, oh, report that page, it's fake. Report that page, it's fake.
Oh, okay.
But there's been things on both pages, and I know you can like easily like screen grab or do whatever. But there's just been too many like little coincidences. I truly believe that they're all him. And I do believe the story where he was like, me and Jeffree have been friends, and he said he would pay me to do this, that, and the other. It makes sense because that's literally something he would do.
It does.
He's
it
a
does make sense.
Queen.
It does make sense. It does make sense. But at the same time, like, yeah, and I get that too, because I mean his career, like his social career, like maybe not his like finances, you know what I mean? But like socially, how people look at him has totally declined. Like totally declined. And he knew that from the jump. Like whenever he got a black boyfriend, he already knew what he was doing. Like he knew what he was doing. He knew how the people were gonna perceive him, you know? And so I agree that he was paid, especially now that he's talking about James and Nate. Like nobody's believing that you're going live with Nate. Nobody's believing that you're going live with James Charles. Like, no. But it just makes Jeffree look so much more desperate. And I think that Jeffree's really scared. Like, I think he's genuinely afraid.
So do I.
No longer going to be able to make money on YouTube.
So do I. 100%. He met his match. Yeah. Like this man is just as messy as Jeffree.
But at the same time, though, Jeffree always talks about YouTube, like AdSense being chump change for him. Like it's nothing for him. He has so many businesses. He has all these things. But because so many people are not, like, I mean, you know, his last palette didn't sell out. Right. Like he's not where he used to be. And it kind of reminds me of the Drawman channels as well. Like they're it's almost like after last year, like they were at their peak and then it just like plateaued. Yeah. Because people were like, what is going on with y'all? Like, yeah. Y'all can't, like, even with the whole thing with Allie, like Allie wasn't a big channel. Right. But after they fell out, it just seemed like it just went all downhill from there because there seemed to be no loyalty at all.
No, because people know what happened. Like, and yes, the majority of us, we've had our issues with Allie. But it still doesn't negate like her emotions and her feelings and how they treated her, you know?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, because remember when she was basically like they got mad at her because Nick relapsed, which is still
right.
It doesn't make any sense to me. And like just the way that she was screaming and she was just like, he did, you know, like she was upset because she saw it and people just weren't believing her.
Right. And I'm not laughing at him at all because I don't think
No.
I'm just laughing at how every single thing that we were saying about them, even like whenever we were just talking in private, every single thing that we were saying was correct. And they were so mad that we were talking about it openly because it was so interesting to me because it's like y'all talk about all these beauty influencers friendships publicly, y'all talk about Manny and Jeffree publicly, y'all talk about Jacqueline and Jeffree publicly, Nikki and Jeffree. So why can we not discuss y'all publicly? Y'all are public figures. You know what I mean? Right. So when we were saying it just looks like y'all aren't friends. It just looks like it's convenient. Like
very much so. And like think about it. Who has been, I mean, at least from what I've seen, like the common denominator has been Dustin from the beginning.
Like in a negative way?
Not negative, but not positive. Like he's been the one that's like, it's always him making a video. He's the one always making a video about this person and that person and that person and that person. You know?
That is true. I kind of think that the common denominator is Rich. And like honestly, I feel like
wait, who? Wait, it cut out. Who is?
I kind of feel like the common denominator is Rich, personally.
Okay, now that I definitely can get on board with that.
I just feel that way because if you notice, like with this whole thing that was happening with like Luscious and Joella and Rich and Dustin, it was like Joella and Luscious were fighting, and the common denominator in their friendship is Rich. And then Nick and Dustin were fighting against them, and the common denominator was Rich. And Rich really wasn't even like being talked about that much in it.
Yeah, like, he just got back and he just let the girls fight.
That's what, and he always sits back. He's never gonna say anything, which I can kind of like respect. Like I can kind of like respect that. Just like I ain't gonna say nothing like y'all, right?
Right.
But like I'm just like, damn, you're just gonna leave him out to drop like, and then the apology video, and then his apology to his followers video. Mess.
Sounds like it. Why did somebody say, I'm sorry, I've been laughing about this. Somebody said Allie was outside crying in the rain.
Yo, the way she snatched that live stream down so quick. I was trying to watch it too. I was trying to watch it because I wanted to see the mess.
Right, but why they do her like that? Like
I don't know.
I'm not laughing at her, but it's just a whole situation, how it went down.
It was pretty hood. I think I said in my video, I definitely said in my video, because I went and watched like the ending of it, that I said that I know Peter wants to come out and air all of it out. Because he kind of sits back and, like watches it from the sidelines. But I know because of how long he's just been in the YouTube drama community, how much he wants to just air it out. And I felt like Dustin was going to come out and air it all out.
Mm-hmm.
And Dustin did. And it's like, Allie wasn't afforded that because of what happened. Like the situation that happened, she wasn't afforded to come out and air it all out. But like it just, I don't know. The friendships just seemed very convenient. And I was like, they were all drama channels. They were all the most popular. Like
they were all
that they're all the most hated as well. Like we couldn't really stand any of them. At first we liked them. But then whenever it became like super drama channel pack, it was like, no. What are the comments saying? I wish I could read
cutting out again.
Okay. Read me some of the comments so I can keep up.
Okay. No. You guys, I am not reading these comments about Allie. Okay. So they said, somebody asked, what do we think of Ashley Kyle? Now, both me and Earf have.
Why y'all do me like that? Why? No, I'm playing nice.
No, okay. So I'll start with Ashley. So when I first started watching Ashley, because she would talk shit about everybody, including Jeffree Star. And then she hooked up with like Dustin and Nick and all them, and she stopped saying bad things about Jeffree. So when that happened, I was like, whatever, that's kind of weird. But me and Ashley never, it was one of those things where like we were in the same circle, but not really. I never followed her. She never followed me. But like her tweets would pop up on my timeline, and I'm sure my tweets would pop up on hers type deal. But we never spoke words about each other, anything. Well, when Dustin got mad at me and Earth and whatever, one day I went and I saw that I was blocked by Ashley, and I was like, this is weird because I've never talked to her a day in my life. Mm-hmm. And so I made a video, and it was like, Dear Ashley Kyle. And I didn't say anything bad about her in the video, but it was just like, it's just funny how people believe in, I mean, I get it, yeah, but people like want to believe their friends so much about people that they know nothing about because their friend said it and this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, the drama community never accepted me and whatever. So Ashley unblocked me, and messaged me and was like, I'll never watch your video about me, this, that, and the other. And I was like, well, I just want to let you know, I don't know what somebody told you about me, but I'm not that person. I didn't say anything negative about you in my video. I was just highly confused and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, me and Ashley are friends now, so it's fine.
Yeah. No, like, as far as what I think about Ashley, I think that Ashley needed, because not at this point, but I think that Ashley, like, in her peak, needed to embrace hate. I think that she needed to embrace hate. I think that she was so scared because, like you said, she would not, like, she stopped talking about all of the big beauty gurus unbiasedly, right? And like that's the word that like everybody loves to use, like bias, unbiased, whatever. I think that she should have embraced the hate, and I think she was so scared. It kind of reminds me of Nicole Concilio to get hate that she just couldn't do it. Like she couldn't bring herself to do it. And like she said that, like she said, like Jeffrey was sending me stuff. He was texting me like, what did y'all want me to do? I understand that because I have big beauty gurus that follow me. I get it. Like we both, like, you know, we both like follow Jackie and like have, you know, whatever. So like I get that it's hard, but at the end of the day, but you know what I think it is? I think because he was essentially, I'm not saying that he was paying her bills, like giving her money, but he was essentially covering the mortgage for the month. Like his followers that were following the channels and like them were putting money in their pockets. So I get why it was hard. But if she would have just embraced the hate to, because like now then it just became unreliable. And it was like whenever she said how much money she made
for that
time, I was sick. You know, I was sick. I was pissed.
Yes.
Because I was like, okay, so what are you gonna do with that money? Like open your purse then, because we've been saying this and I wasn't even monetized. I didn't make money on my channel. Like I just started like last week being able to remonetize my channel.
Okay.
Because I had to go into hiding because of other things. But it's like, it was just like, I just felt like it was unfair. And it's always going to be unfair for Black women. But I felt like it was unfair because of the things that she said that were no-brainers to us. We weren't getting paid on, and she was making bank. She was making bank off of not lying, but like giving her side. I don't know. It was just it rubbed me the wrong way. But she is sweet, and I am glad that she has came back since and said like, you know, like I was wrong for that and misled. But it pissed me off at the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, of course. And I mean, they did her dirty too, Nick and Dustin. Like, they did her so dirty.
I never would have thought it was going to be Ashley. I think I always said that it was going to be Allie. I felt like they were going to, you know, be on the outs with Allie, and I always felt like they would be on the outs with Dustin. But I actually thought it would be, like, Nick and Paige on the outs with Dustin. I never thought it would be, like, them on the outs with Rich.
Right.
But Rich has lost that. Like, I don't know what his views are. I literally never look at his channel. Like, never see his videos come across my, you know, my feed, nothing. But he's been so exposed to this point because people love Luscious. Like, I don't think people realize how much people love Luscious.
Yes, I know. Like, Luscious is that, like, and you know what? When Rich kind of started going down that whole, like, oh, I worship Jeffree Star type deal, that's when him and Luscious, that's when he first brought Luscious onto his channel. And because at that point, I wasn't watching Rich. Yeah. And then when he brought Luscious on, I was like, their dynamic is so good. I was like, Luscious is such a good friend. And maybe Luscious, maybe she can humble Rich. And then Rich did Rich things. And
well, they had so much chemistry. Like, that's another thing I was saying. And I had just talked about it in, like, my most recent video. I didn't even put it in the title because I was like, I'm not going to clickbait because I really didn't say that much about it. But I was like, I never really watched, like, a lot of videos with Dustin, Nick, and Rich together. But the ones that I did see, there was no chemistry. Like, it was just weird. Like, it was just hella awkward. And I understand that the way that you talk to your friends not on live is not the same way that, like, you talk differently to your friends off of live than you will, you know, or in a video, whatever. But it was just no chemistry at all.
Weird.
And I was like, damn, you can, like, if you go watch a Luscious and Rich video and then you watch their videos, it was like,
Like, but like, okay, so then maybe that just means that Luscious really carried Rich. Like,
and that's all. That's it. That's all. Like she did, and you could even tell sometimes because Luscious has a big personality. Like she has a big personality. But sometimes you could tell Rich wanted her to calm it down a little bit because she would be doing too much, and she would be getting like she kind of is like one of those people that walks into the room and you know that she just has the center of attention. Like that's what it just is what it is. And you could just tell that Rich didn't like it. Rich is also a Leo. I'm also a Leo. And we tend to be like center of attention type people. I'm not gonna lie, it is a trait of the sign. I don't know about the males, but whatever.
Yeah.
But you could just tell that he was not feeling it. And I said in my video, I was like, I think that Luscious is a little too ethnic.
Oh, you started breaking up again. Hold on.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
I said in my video that I thought that Luscious was a little bit too ethnic for Rich.
Yes, you did.
And I think that that's so true because whenever Luscious talks about Jeffrey being like, are you sure that you should trust Luscious? Like to Rich and stuff. Like I just could tell it was just that's whenever Rich really started like trying to calm down Luscious in his videos, and Luscious was like, no, like I'm gonna be myself. That's why I still watch his videos.
Yes,
you know, Luscious.
Her videos are like I love her.
I do too. I do, but unpopular opinion, I do side eye Luscious. Oh, unpopular opinion, I do just a little bit. Cause you were around Rich for how many years and you ain't hear him say nigga?
Right.
Like I don't fall for it. Like love you down, Luscious, because I know because she watches videos about her, babes. And you watch videos about the drama channels. It's fine. Right. You do. I can't pull myself to believe that you didn't hear him say some racist shit one time.
Right.
And y'all were friends for years whenever Rich was still Houston Trade. When he was still Houston Trade, not whenever he was like luxury apartment. No. I just have a hard time believing it. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense because it's like,
well, it's the same reason that I side-eye Manny. Like I know everybody loves Manny, but like
no. He definitely if you have hung out with Jeffree Star, you have heard racist shit. Period. I don't care.
Like period.
I don't care if you hung out with him for 5 minutes. I don't care if you hung out with him for 5 years. You have heard something racist, bigoted, something come out of that man's mouth.
You said some racist shit too. And that's just that on that. Like you said it too. Because all y'all have stuff on each other. Like I don't care.
I'm telling you, that's exactly what it is. Like Jeffrey is always like, I've got stuff on everybody, which is why that's why I say the thing about the password. Okay, if you're white, in order to get in, the password is nigger. Like
but it's true. Like it's true. Like I think that Jeffrey literally makes all these people that are around him. I think he makes them say nigga, and I think he records it, and I think that that's why they don't say anything. Like they should be protecting their peace. That's fine, but we know why you're protecting your peace. Like you don't want that smoke because we already know what it is. Like we already know what it is.
And do you remember when Nick tried to say, he was like, you're lying if you say you've never said anything racist in your life. Do you remember?
I do remember him saying that. And it's not that I totally disagree with him. It's not that I totally disagree with him. Because I think that everybody has like a problematic like instance that they want to forget, right? Like I agree. But you shouldn't be saying it in defense of anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that should not be what you say whenever somebody's racist past comes up. You should not just say, well, everybody was like being a racist piece of shit in 2012. Okay. It did. So we're gonna talk about everybody. Like
right. Tell me where they said they can all get the smoke. They can all get the smoke.
Exactly. That's why I feel like, well, whenever Luscious like came out and said that like Rich records everything and like Jeffrey records everything, that's where I feel like it kind of messed up the opportunity to be able to expose people because then you're exposing yourself because why are you recording people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it really kind of like stopped that altogether, because I'm sure that they both have recordings of their friends. I'm talking about Rich and Dustin. Dustin. I feel like Rich and Jeffrey both have recordings of their friends probably being problematic, but they can't unleash it. Like they can't.
Right. Like, okay, and Peter, because Peter said that Gabby Hanna told Peter that Jeffrey still talks like that. And I believe it. Like
100%. There's no question about it. Like there's literally no question about it.
Yeah.
And if people would just embrace that, like his followers have embraced it and said, we don't care. Like we don't care. You know, the people that really love him and said they don't care. So if everybody else could just like come to that realization that they are trash.
Yeah.
I feel like we could just like move on peacefully. You know what I mean?
That would be fantastic.
Yes, I would love that for us.
So
will you read me some of the comments, please?
Yep. Okay, so let's go up a little bit. Okay, so Dion's right when I said Dion, I'm like, why am I reading this?
I know she said some mess.
No, she just said Manny ain't slick. He is hiding some dirt. Yep. Kaylin wants me and you to do a podcast.
Okay, I'm down. I'm definitely down.
So down. Somebody said, why is oppression something to brush off? Definitely not. But
they want to. They definitely want to.
They do. Why do they defend the racist but not who they were being racist against? Kaylin, baby, you are speaking fast.
Because they're also racist.
Because they are also trash. In a nutshell, that's what it is. Like, we can talk about how the drama channels disrespect Jackie just because she's Black, and then they use Paige as, I can't be racist, Paige is my friend.
Oh my God, that era was such a nightmare. Like that entire era. And then it's like with like Paige working with Rich, that became such a thing. Like her husband's company or whatever the case may be, working with Rich became such a thing, because it's like, how are you working with this person? Like, how are you working with this person? How are you working with this person whenever Dustin, your other friend, is openly saying like, he treats me like shit.
Yes.
Like, he treats me like shit. Like I don't like that at all. Like if I don't know, because we've had friends that like with other friends and like, you know, friends fall out, whatever. But it's just like, how are you still financially benefiting or supporting this person? Right. Like, when are people gonna realize, like, I mean, even like with the whole, just like the stunts, like we called it so long ago that he was broke. Girl, how long ago did we say that he was broke? I'm like, you're buying Louis Vuitton bags off of Amazon? Right. Baby, it's never that serious. It's never that serious. Like,
at all.
ring cars, just stunts, broke people stunts. And the thing is that Rich made good money.
I know. He makes great money. And it's so funny that you say that, because like all he does is he just spends his money on superficial shit. And how do people not, like, how do they not see that?
I don't know. I don't think that people realize how much like money that YouTubers make. I don't think that they realize how much money that they realize drama channels make. Like, I never realized how much they were making, because I have YouTube Premium, so like I can't see ads.
Oh,
like I don't know how many people like ads are being put in a video, whatever. But whenever I was hearing some of these people were putting like 10 ads in their videos, I was like,
right,
these people are making money.
Yes,
like 50,000 plus a month.
A month.
So to even fake and pull stunts, like where is your money actually going? Because you really can't afford, like you probably really could afford this stuff. So where is your money actually going? Like it's weird.
What happens is, and I've seen this happen especially with younger YouTubers, and there's one girl that I used to watch that I still watch. Her name's Olivia Cara. Now Olivia she started getting big on YouTube when it was a whole story time. Remember when all the white girls were doing story times?
I never really watched YouTube during that time, but I know of it, like Tana Mojo or whatever.
Yeah. So there was like, I mean, it was just so many white girls. That's how I found Jessie Smiles. Who I love. But yeah, so Olivia, she made it big doing, just being a white girl making story times. And when those checks started coming in, she started trying to live like luxurious, She bought a Range Rover. She and this is all on her, if you go watch her videos, she'll tell you the mistakes that she made as a YouTuber. But because she got that one big ass check and thought that she could live like that because she thought every check after that would be like it. And it's that only lasted a couple months or a year or so, and now whatever, she's doing her thing on OnlyFans and I am not mad at her.
No, OnlyFans is really the wave. OnlyFans is really I should just make OnlyFans and just post vlogs on it. OnlyFans is really the wave. People are making good money on OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, it's crazy. I just people know who she is. People know who she is. But I just started watching and found out who Emma Chamberlain was.
Oh yeah.
So many people know who she is. I know that. But Smokey Glow just posted a video. Y'all probably saw it. Smokey Glow just posted a video talking about the evolution of Emma Chamberlain and her content. And I'd heard Kenya from As Told by Kenya discuss Emma Chamberlain and the relatable white girl or whatever. She did vlogs. And I've been watching her videos over the past couple days and how she progressed. She was just a 16-year-old making videos.
Yeah.
She just bought a $4 million house. This shit, when people talk about YouTube and the money, that you can do that in a matter of 2 years.
Right.
If you consistently post and somehow, I don't know how these people get followings like this. I don't know.
Me neither. I think
don't post drama videos. I don't know.
I think some of them are plants. I think some of them.
I think they are too. I think that they are too.
You know who I think is a plant? I don't know if you guys remember this. Do you remember the van girl? The girl
who she was 100% a plant. She was 100%. That shit was too weird.
She posted one YouTube video and bitch got millions of views.
Yeah, no, she was definitely a plant. I almost thought Emma was a plant. Whenever I first started watching her video a couple days ago, I was like, I don't understand how, what was the phenomenon? How did she amass this many followers in this amount of time?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
especially
know.
For us that have been making videos for several years now. I just don't. But you know what's funny? I started watching Amanda Beebe.
Yes, I love her.
I literally shouted her out on YouTube, I think, or on Twitter when she had 179 subscribers or something like that. Yes. She has 100,000 plus subscribers. I'm so freaking proud of her because she's so consistent. Just like you, y'all are so consistent. Listen. Listen. The black girls on YouTube deserve our thing. We deserve our things. We let y'all know months ahead of some shit whenever it's gonna go down. We deserve our fucking
we do. We do.
I'm so sick of it. And let me get on somebody else just because I'm just riled up now. Let me get on Luke Alexander real quick because he's just gonna catch a stray bullet for no reason at all. He's gonna catch a stray bullet because okay, so whenever y'all remember,
is he the one with the brown hair?
He's blonde. He's Australian.
Oh, wait, then which one is Sebastian Williams?
He has short brown hair. I don't really I never really got into his videos.
Okay, but Luke Alexander. Okay.
Luke Alexander about to catch his bullet because this is why. He's always consistently for the past year has been in black people's business and I can't figure out why. And not only has he been in black people's business, but whenever, because I'm just talking about drama channels at this point, whenever Jeffree and Shane came out with their, what was it, their infomercial or whatever, he was riding their tips so hard. And I was like,
ew,
this was not the tune. This was not the tune that you were singing a couple months ago, and I wasn't really featuring that. I didn't like that at all. And now that everybody hates them again, they just morph. They're just chameleons. And I actually like Luke. So I'm talking shit, but I actually like Luke. But but I don't at the same time because he's almost unsuccessfly pulling an Ashley Kyle because he's changed his tune now to the new popular opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Was he the one that was kind of doing black sense kind of?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's Australian. And I'm like, babes,
hold on, you're breaking up again. That's probably my Wi-Fi too.
Tell me when I'm good.
Okay, go ahead. That's probably my Wi-Fi too, because Miles tells me on a daily, Mom, our Wi-Fi is trash.
No, tell him my country has Wi-Fi. Y'all, we get one provider in my area. One! So you get one chance. And if you don't have any neighbors, because we don't have any neighbors, you can't bum off anybody. So you're literally just screwed. Like, you're just screwed. Yeah, no, it's horrible. Is y'all's Wi-Fi is bad out there? Aren't y'all in the city?
No, I think it's just because, so I live in a condo, and my condo is literally just like way in the back.
Oh.
Yeah, I just sit in the back. I don't know. Whatever.
That's hilarious. Oh my God, I love that kid. That's hilarious. But yeah, but anyways, I don't even know how I got on Luke Alexander. But yes, he was doing like a black scent. And then I think he had said something about like, I'm not even gonna bring up Zoe. I'm not trying to bring up Zoe.
She's not.
But he had said something. You said what?
He's not even back on Twitter, huh?
No. And I'm not trying to bring her up, but I'm just saying that he did something along those lines where he was like, yeah, I think he was actually talking about Jeffree Star's boyfriend, I think. Y'all in the comments, y'all tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong.
No, so hold on. Yes, so Xavier said, wasn't he the one who basically called Jeffree's new boyfriend a coon?
Yes, he did. He was like, wow, imagine like the internal racism. I touched my pearls a little bit. Like, boy, you are from Australia. Stay in your place.
Stay in Australia. I get it.
Just stay in Australia's business, because like you're all over here in
Yep. So let me see. So Audra said he made a whole apology about the black scent and still does it.
Swear to God, I don't even watch his videos. Are you serious?
He uses way too much black slang. It's embarrassing. Alex said, yeah, I unsubscribed from Luke as well. Something didn't quite sit right with me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
I unsubscribed from him, and I'm not even like trying to talk shit, because again, like I liked his content, you know what I'm saying? But it just got to the point where I was like, it's getting weird.
Yeah.
Like it's getting a little bit weird. It's getting weird. Now I'm gonna do me a little Australian accent. Yeah, because it's just like, why? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peppy. Dude is using a black scent, talking about internalized racism. Lay out to say. Did I say that right? The audacity.
Like, girl, the caucasity. That shit was so annoying. I'll be like, Luke, now you know damn well. Like, you know damn well. Ooh, I hate to see it.
Yeah.
I've basically, like, literally on YouTube, y'all, I've only been watching, and these are like the people that I like watch all the time anyways, but I almost went to like through a YouTube lull where I was like, I feel like I can't watch anybody, but I literally only watch Amanda, Kenya, and like Smokey Low.
Yeah.
Like,
I watch them. I always watch Amanda, Kenya, and now Hannah. And I started watching. I watched Alonzo Larone. He has nothing to do with drama, but I freaking love him. He's like he does Get a Dictionary. Like he reads like dumbest tweets, and he does.
Oh, okay.
He's so funny. He does. What was his video today? Trying weird food combinations. He's funny.
I've moved past, like, honestly, y'all, like, for y'all in the comments and everything, I honestly moved past watching like drama videos, because it's the same shit. It's
over and over.
Again. Like, these motherfuckers, they're never going to learn. They're never going to learn. Stop, like, literally just stop watching them. Like, Jaclyn Hill, where? Why?
Right.
For what? What are we watching her for? Like, what are we even entertaining this girl for?
And she only posts once a month.
Girl, once a month. I can only learn how to do a winged eyeliner so many times. I can only learn, like, girl, I can only learn it so many damn times. Oh my God.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, am I not frozen anymore? Was I frozen?
You're good.
Okay. But you know what I mean, though? Like, I feel like the beauty influencers,
yes,
they should have, like, some of them learned, like Jackie, like, some of them learned to, like, well, Jackie still discusses makeup, but, like, how she'll discuss, like, how to keep your makeup on whenever you're wearing a freaking mask all the time.
right.
After, like, all day long. You know what I mean? Like, what is Stella talking about? No, but like, they needed to learn to move past makeup, because you can only learn the same shit so many times. That's why these drama channels don't have anything to talk about whenever it comes to the beauty influencers, because we've moved past beauty influencers. We've moved past, we've progressed past the need for them. We've learned how to do everything.
Right. And, but also that's why, like, I know he's not a favorite, but James Charles, like, his videos remain interesting, and they remain, like, valid to what's going on. And that's what you have to do, because ain't nobody gonna, I mean, people will watch James, but ain't nobody, for what? That's like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
we watched Manny do a copper eye and
nude
lip for how long?
For bricks. We watched it for so long, and I'm just like, and I don't hate James. Like,
Me neither.
Don't hate James. He gives me, like, everything else that all these other influencers give. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, like, this whole stuff with Nikita. Like, how is he friends with her?
I don't know. And
there's a couple of, I'm just shutting up. I'm just gonna say that there are a couple of big Black beauty influencers that I like that are friends with Nikita, and I just find it to be a little weird.
Yes.
Like, there's quite a few of them.
Yes.
They follow each other, they comment on each other's pictures, they like each other. So why? So I went to her tweet yesterday, and I didn't see any of these influencers. Sebastian Williams posted a video, which I just said I literally don't watch him, but I know that he posted a video. Why? I don't know. But he just posted a video talking about influencers calling her out, and I didn't watch it. But whenever I went to her tweet yesterday, I think it was, I didn't see any influencers under there saying, like, girl,
none.
Are they scared of her? Like, what is it? What is it about Nikita?
I don't know. Maybe she has something on everybody too. I don't know.
Well, she definitely has something on, like, the people closest to her. Like, I'm sure, like, Gabriel and James, and maybe I don't know about. And but I don't know, like, what it is about her that they feel like is untouchable. And I understand the whole I totally agree about this whole conversation of people not needing to be transphobic whenever calling her out, because that is the least of her worries. That is the least of what anybody needs to be talking about.
Don't nobody care that Nikita is trans. Don't nobody care.
And then she want to say growing up mixed, I was, like, never fucking, like, a part of, like, anything. And it's like, first of all, bitch, nobody was talking about you being half Mexican, half Asian one day. No, we're talking about you trying to look like a Negro. Like, that's what we're talking about.
You're out here trying to look like a Naker, and we're telling you it's not okay.
Like, and then she want to post these videos of her, like, being tan. She's like, oh, well, this is me in the summer and this is me in the winter. Babes, we're talking about the wigs. We're talking about the lace fronts. We're talking about the baby hair. We're not talking about, like, what are you on? I hate these people. I hate these motherfuckers. I hate all these people.
I know. Brittany said Nima called her out.
What did she say?
I don't know.
I love Nima. I love Nima.
Oh, she's so gorgeous.
She's another one that I will watch her videos even whenever because she's so relaxed. Like,
yes, girl, I watched her get Botox. I watched her get Botox the other day. For what?
She got Botox. I want to get me a little cute one in my forehead.
Okay, well, she doesn't get it for that. She gets
where did she get it?
She gets it in her jaws because she clenches. Her anxiety causes her to clench. And so they put them here and then in her temples. That girl, her smooth as butter. She don't need nobody's Botox for nobody's nothing.
No, I'm telling you, I literally look at her face and I'm like, it just looks like, oh my God, her skin looks like butter. She's so gorgeous. Yes, I love her.
I know. Kaylin said a while ago, but she said, did drama channels begin with Jeffree Star? It's like it was all created from his controversy. The answer is yes.
I honestly, like, from my perspective, I honestly don't know, like, how drama channels started, but I do know, And I want justice for this man. I want justice for this man. I don't care if he's a stunt queen. I don't care. I want justice for Sanders. I will say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't give a damn what these people are talking about. All these people are talking about, he needs to be in jail. He's out here kissing 12-year-old girls. I saw the video of Shane kissing a 12-year-old girl who was my age. He was 23 years old whenever he kissed that girl.
Yes.
He was. Or he was like 22, one. And everybody was like, oh, he needs to be in jail. He needs to be in jail. Okay, so this nigga's trying to get him in jail, and now everybody's mad. Why are you mad? Like, we just talked about him. Like, I think they were mad because he lied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, so like, I know why people are mad. But at the same time, they were so harsh on Sanders.
They really were. Poor Sanders.
I didn't feel like it was that deep. Am I wrong?
So, okay. Sanders was one of the original drama channels. It was Sanders and Karina Kaboom. And who else?
Peter,
kind of, yeah.
Well, like John Cookian.
Oh, there it is.
Here
John
for the tea. Here for the tea. Well, I mean, was she original? I really don't know.
I feel like it was like Sanders and Karina. There it is. Yeah, Sanders, Karina, and John Cookian. They were the original drama channels. And I didn't really watch Karina, but I watched the hell out of Sanders. And that's when I kind of got into it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Not the train, child. Sorry if y'all hear that damn train. So I actually watched Karina. I never really watched Sanders.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, I didn't really know, and I never really watched John. Like, I don't know how I knew about Karina, and because whenever I found the drama channels, I found Rich, Karina, never knew about Nick, never knew about him, and I knew about Dustin and Peter.
Because Nick is kind of like one of the newer drama channels.
Yeah, I feel like he popped up on the scene like kind of like when Allie popped up on the scene almost. Yeah. Like whenever I found out about Nick, I found out about Allie. And I never knew about Paige. I only knew about Paige with Jackie.
Same. That's the only reason I knew about Paige. So Bruised Leg. I'm still so excited. Bruised Leg is in here.
What's up, Bruce? Yo, Bruce has been around for so long.
So
like since I started finding out about all this stuff, like that's whenever I knew Bruce.
So Bruce Leg said, when the Cookie and drama happened, that's when the real community kicked off. Yes. And then Tanisha brought up a very, very good point. She said, weren't they covering gross in the beginning? Yes.
Wait, they said what?
They were covering Charles Gross in the beginning.
Oh my God. I remember Charles Gross. I used to watch him.
Yes, me too.
Way too fat phobic. I was like, okay. Like, I used to watch him, and I just loved like the spoiled rich kid. Like, I have no problem watching that.
Yes.
But the fat phobia, it just jumped too many times. I was like, I can't.
Yeah. Do you remember when he got married for like 2 days?
I heard about that, but I did not like know that was like a legitimate.
Yeah, because so this was like Charles. Nobody was talking about Charles Gross anymore. I made a video about him getting married because it was so funny, and the guy thought it was fake, and I don't know. It was whatever. It was so dramatic. Charles Gross is so dramatic, but Charles Gross drama was my favorite.
What would he be in drama about? Just like what he would say, like stuff that he would say?
Just being a rich, spoiled kid, basically.
Problematic. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have those YouTubers that we have watched in the past.
Exactly. Chelsea said Paige has been around a long time. Yeah. See, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either. Like and then after like the whole thing with Jackie, I never watched her content to watch her content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just wasn't, I don't know, like just some drama channels pulled
me in. Not another drama channel.
Some drama channels pulled me in, but some just did not. Like Peter, you know I love Peter. Like I've always loved Peter. Even when everybody hated his ass, and I didn't blame everybody for hating his ass. I didn't. I was like, I get it. You know what I mean? But I still enjoyed his videos. Yeah.
Peter, I love Peter. I
did too. I watch his videos all the time. I literally downloaded one of his videos because I was like, it's like earlier, because I was like, I'm not gonna have Wi-Fi earlier. Like, I'm not gonna have Wi-Fi, so I just downloaded it because I'm like, I'm gonna just watch it later. Like, I enjoy his content. Yeah, so do I. I enjoy his content too, and I'm glad that, because he was another one where he never spoke highly of Jeffree, but he also never talked bad about him. And now he's at that point where he's like,
Like, I'm just
But Peter pissed me off. And like, I actually told him that he pissed me off because I have no problem telling people that they piss me off. I'm just like, you piss me off. Like, why? Because it was just like so obvious to me at the time that Jeffrey was a piece of shit. And it was like, you know it and I know it, but it was the same thing. Like, it is really, really difficult whenever these people watch your videos and like you want to say stuff like, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm being a hypocrite right now because it's really hard. But there's been some stuff recently with Jackie. There has been some stuff recently with Jackie that came out.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And people were really pissed. And and me and Super Milk were going to talk about it in a video. And we didn't end up getting around to doing the live stream, not for any particular reason. We just didn't do it. And we were going to discuss it. But it's hard because it's like, I love this person. Like, I don't want to talk shit about this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want them to be offended. I don't want them to like take it any kind of wrong way. But it is hard. It is.
Yeah, it is. So first of all, Reese said, Earf, do you watch all of Peter's channels?
Let me be honest. I do not. I can't. He has like 10 channels. I literally can't. Like, no. I used to watch a lot of like most of his channels. But now I just stick to like a cute like one or two, like the review channel.
Yeah.
And if he posts like a book, vlog or whatever, because I like the book videos. But yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. So Brittany said what happened with Jackie. It's not so much like what happened, but people are upset because of her like being in the military and like she had like posted a video. I don't think it was like telling people like actively like, hey, go join the military, but it was just more of her talking about her experience with the military.
Her experience, right.
And so people were just like, oh, so that means Jackie is like pro-war and this, that, and the other. Because, if you're in the military, then you support this and da-da-da. But my favorite response was, oh, so then you agree that all cops are bastards?
And yes. and yes. No, here's the thing. Here's how I look at it. I think that 2, 3, 4 things can be true at one time.
Right,
like,
absolutely.
Yes, the military can be predatory and it can be very destructive and imperialism, and we can get into all that. And we can also talk about how, again, the military is predatory and it preys on young people, it preys on poor people. Like, I don't think that people realize, like, we were talking to Dion. Go subscribe to her channel, Dion Anaya. Or is it Ayana? I ain't shit. It's Ayana, I ain't shit. No, but listen, we were all talking about this. Dion did not know that like the military comes into our schools and literally recruits kids from a young age. Like, they don't do that up in Canada. No. They do that down here, especially in the South. Like, I remember having to sit in one of those conferences. Like, we're forced to do that. So the military is very predatory. And I didn't feel like she was telling people to join the military either. I felt like she was talking about her experience. Yeah, but I can see why people were pissed. I can see why people were like, dude, why are you? But then again, some people are like, why would you have an issue with that? The military is great. Like, right. They protect us. Like, they're our troops. Like, support the troops. So it just depends on how you're looking at it.
Yeah. And me, I'm a military brat.
I always forget that.
Growing up, I knew nothing but the military. Like, that's all I literally knew. My dad was in the Air Force for 20 years. He went in 78. Wow. He went in at 78. I was born in 84. And then he got out in 99. So from 84 to I was like 14, 15 years old when my dad got out of the military.
Yeah.
That's all I knew. Now, granted, I didn't do like all the moving around, but I was stationed at a base and my dad was in the Air Force. And I think me and Tony talked about this. Was it Tony or Audra? Anyways, I think it was Tony. We were talking about how, like, our parents were in the military and like.
Oh, I didn't know Tony's parents were in the military.
Or was it Jeremy? I think it was Jeremy. I don't remember. It was somebody. Mm-hmm. And we were just talking about the military, and then like when it comes to the different branches, like, you've got Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, whatever, it goes down. My dad was in the Air Force. My dad worked in an office, like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't realize.
Right. When my dad went over
regular jobs.
Yes, when my dad went overseas, because he went to Korea, he went to Cyprus, and he went to Turkey and Saudi Arabia. The whole time he's in an office. Like, he's not out,
Like, they're not out sniping, motherfuckers.
No.
Like, they're not doing, like, people. I just feel like this is why sometimes Twitter gets on my nerves, because it's such an echo chamber of bullshit. And I feel like everybody truly has worms for brains on Twitter, including myself.
Right.
Like, I feel like to some extent, we all kind of have worms for brains. And I was watching, what is Tony's podcast? Regular Girl podcast on
Yeah.
Go listen to it. Because I didn't know that she was a military brat either.
I could be wrong though. I could be wrong, because it was in one of my live streams and we were talking about the military, but I don't remember who it was. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I was listening to As Told by Kenya's Patreon, and she was talking about how everybody on Twitter is miserable, and I felt like that's how I felt at the time whenever people were really coming at Jackie. I was like, y'all are like, we have known that she was in the military
for years.
She's never like hidden that. She's never tried to like hide that ever.
No.
And also the King of Reeds like kind of discussed it because he was in the military as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was in the military for a long time. Like actually in the military. Like he wasn't in like the air. But is that like he was in the army?
Okay, there it is. So the military is
the umbrella.
Yeah, the umbrella, and then you've got your different branches.
Right. So he was in the army, and he was just kind of discussing the same thing that I was saying, like, because he's from Tennessee, and he was discussing, like, in the South, how that is so prevalent and how it's like, that's like a new Camaro and your education paid for. That sounds real shiny to a poor kid.
Yes.
That would sound shiny to me. Like, that sounds appeasing to somebody, So it's like, can you fully blame? I think people were more mad about the video. People were mad at the video. People weren't mad. I don't think that she was in the military. No. People were mad at the video. And it's like, y'all can be mad. This is how I kind of look at it. Y'all can be mad, but what is it going to do? It was already made. What is it going to do?
And this was, again, like, and I hate to be that person, but, like, it was in the past. Like,
what do you want? Like, I don't know what, like, I don't know what you gain from, like, being pissed off at something that happened a year. Like, you can't do nothing about it. Either don't watch. The people that were mad, they already don't watch her.
Right. So, there's so many people, which what I don't understand is, like, there's so many people who'll be like, yeah, because they watched drama channels, the white drama channels, they'll be like, I've never watched a video of Jackie. Well, why not? Oh, well, because this person said this and this person. So you didn't take your time to go, you know what? Let me go see what this person is about. I think, is it AWOL? Yeah, AWOL. She was telling me how.
Love her, by the way.
I know. I love her so much. I think she said this like on her channel, how she would just listen to what drama channels had to say, and she never had a Twitter. So then when she finally got Twitter, she was like, oh, I didn't know drama channels were behaving like this.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people that like watch YouTube do not have Twitters. People don't believe that. A lot of people don't. It's also a lot of older people. Like a lot of older people do not have Twitters. And it's like, I don't know. And also like I pick and choose, like maybe like this is wrong because I'm like picking and choosing, but I pick and choose what problematic I can deal with.
Yes.
Like, I just do. And I feel like a lot of people have done that with Bretman. Bretman is problematic. Bretman is problematic. Like he, to a certain extent, is problematic. Like he is another AAV user. Like another. I have a black woman that lives inside of me. Like that's the energy that he can give off sometimes, and people love him. People say Bretman's the most unproblematic beauty.
They say it
person.
all the time.
All the time, and I'm just like, not really. But so I pick and choose. Has Jackie been problematic? Yes. Do I love her? Yes. Are you gonna be my ass? No. So where do we go from here? Like where do we go from here? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Right. That's just like that meme where it's like we're friends. We can have a difference of opinions, and people are like, yeah, on pizza toppings, not racism.
Not on that, like not on fundamentally like you believe oppression is okay. No. Sorry.
We can't be cool.
No. And that's why and that's another reason I love Nima. Like if Nima actually did, whoever put that in the comments, I don't know who said that, but whoever put in the comments that that she called out Nikita. Can you like tell me what she said? Because I would be interested, because Nima very rarely opens her mouth to get on people. You know what I mean?
I know.
She don't really do that.
Dion said Twitter is not real life, and it's not.
You know, I said that. I said no. I said that Twitter is real life. I said that before, and I somewhat agree with that, because recently I have been seeing like such a weird thing where like people are having to go into like mental hospitals because of Twitter.
Yes.
So I almost do think that it is real life, but I don't think it has to be. Like, I don't think that you have to let it control your life. I can see where it can happen.
Yes.
Especially during a pandemic, especially whenever people are unemployed. Like, I can see how it can happen, but I don't think that it has to be, because literally turn off your phone. Like, I was thinking about this earlier. Like, the YouTubers and stuff that watch drama channels or watch videos about them or read, nobody wants to talk about guru gossip. Whoa, like spooky. Nobody wants to talk about that website. I don't know how to work that damn 1980s chat room. I know a lot of people know. I personally could not. I'm like, yeah, I can't figure it out. But people read their threads, and I'm like, why? Just turn off your phone. Just don't go.
Right.
Don't go.
So, okay. So Nima quote tweeted Nikita and said, "This shit is not funny." I know. Ooh, give me 2 seconds. I need to grab my charger, which I should have done before. Look at me being like,
no, my phone's literally about to die too. I'm just gonna put myself on the.
Let me go get my charger. Y'all, this is so ghetto.
Okay, so real quick while Cherita is out for a second. No, what was I saying? Oh, okay, about the guru gossip. Why do these people read anything about them? Y'all just don't look. It's not hard. Like, I remember whenever people were making videos about me and like people would send them to me, and which I thought was pretty weird, and I wouldn't even know, and I would just be like, I'm not watching this. Like, I'm not giving it a view. And that's not to say live in an echo chamber. And I hate that I can't read y'all's comments right now. That's not to say live in an echo chamber and like only read good things about you, never listen to criticism. People will criticize you. I've been criticized by my own friends. Like, if I've said something that I thought was like cute or funny or cheeky, and then y'all are like, that ain't it, Earf. Like, that ain't it. I'm like, oh shit, that ain't it. Okay, that was not it. Like, that was not cute. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why these people can just not read stuff about them.
Okay, so Kaylin says, okay, so first Kaylin wants to know what we think about Trisha Paytas. We'll get back to that. And then she said, why can Jeffree Star, a racist, have a huge following and be forgiven, but any Black woman on YouTube is under a microscope?
I think Jeffree has just, okay, you answer. Okay, let's answer the first one. You want to answer it first?
The Trisha thing?
Sure. God. Exactly.
Okay, so Trisha is just like a different kind of troll. And I never really paid her much attention because I knew that's what she wanted. But then it just gets to a point where it's kind of like, okay, somebody needs to say something. Mm-hmm. And I think I've made like one video on Trisha. But Trisha just has a lot of like real personal issues that she has not dealt with, and I don't know if she ever will. Trisha has the ability to be a good, non-problematic person. She's white. She's got big boobs.
She's a woman. She's a white woman.
She's a white woman. She's blonde with a fat ass. Like,
yeah, like she should be able to get through YouTube. No issues.
None. Not a single issue. But there's just some underlying issues that she just needs to deal with.
Yeah. I think what I think about as far as like what do I think about Trisha? Well, number one, I don't. Like most of the time I don't. Like I just don't think about her. Apparently, like she was like showing her whole ass. I do mean her entire ass. Because she was trending today.
Oh.
I did not see the picture. I know that she has OnlyFans. Trisha makes so much money.
Yes.
And like she seems relatable in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because she has been on YouTube for so long. She's not relatable. She just wants money. That's all she cares about. She doesn't care about anything. All of these people, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Tana Mojo, Trisha Paytas, they don't care about anything but the bottom dollar. Period.
None.
That's
Nothing.
it. That's it. And that's what I think about it. I just think they're all hyper capitalists, honestly.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
That's all. Their world revolves around money and how much more money they can get, and like that's it. And I'm not saying that like if I was on their level, I might not be that way as well.
Right.
But they're unappealing to me because they're so focused. You can just tell they're so focused on money. Like all they care about is engagement.
Yep, that's it. So okay, so why can Jeffree Star or racists have a huge following and be forgiven, but any Black woman on YouTube is under my microscope? Okay, one, because everybody's racist.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. Yeah. And two, like Black women are just the most hated and disrespected group of people ever. I mean, it shows everywhere. Black women, especially deeper skinned Black women, they hate Black women like that. There's no beauty found in Black women. They're the easiest to be targeted. I mean,
and like also like we all just have attitudes. Like we all just like we're just jealous. We're broke. Like we don't have any money. Like we can't like, and that was another thing. Like whenever we were both making videos about the drama channels, like I knew that I had a certain amount of privilege where I could say some shit that you could not say. Like correct. You as a darker skinned woman could not say, fuck y'all. Like they would have looked at you way different. You know that. Like we know this, right? Yes. So I had no problem just being like, fuck y'all, because that's what it is. Like y'all ain't shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now there's been like a redemption. So both of us have been like, you know, kind of like got our, what is it? Like redemption, I guess. Like we've been proven right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I understood like earlier when you were saying that you come at it from a different angle because that's just how you are. I understand that. And you had to move in a certain way because of what they would say about you. Like because of that angry Black woman trope that they would have put on you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's what it is with Black women. That's why you're asking why are Black women not afforded the same respect Jeffree Star? Well, number one, because he is a male. I don't give a damn what he looks like. He is a male. And I'm not saying that if he was trans, it would be a whole different story. He's not said that. So I am saying from what I know, he identifies as a male. Yeah. He's a male at the end of the day. He's a white male. Yeah. So that is why, like that at the end of the day is why, like people don't give a damn about what Black women are talking about. Other Black women do. Like we care. That's why we do watch the Amandas, the Kenyas, the Nemas. We give a damn about what other Black women, Tanisha, like we give a damn. Right. They don't. They just simply don't.
They don't. They see a Black woman on the screen and they click out.
Literally, or just don't even go. Like how you said, right? Like, go and even watch Jackie's videos, and it's like, why? We've always watched the white drama. We've always watched the white beauty gurus, like Latinx, Asian. It didn't matter,
right? And that's another thing. Like I have a friend, a white friend, and me and her, we have these conversations all the time. But I remember she had asked me, and this is probably back in like 20, I don't know, like 12, 13, when beauty, channels were taking off and whatever. And I remember she had asked me, she's like, have you ever watched a Jaclyn Hill video? And I was like, who the fuck is Jaclyn Hill? And she's like, you don't know who Jaclyn Hill is? To this day, I don't think she's ever watched a Jackie Aina video. And I'm
probably not.
You expect me to watch Jaclyn Hill and know who she is, but you don't.
It's not clicking for me. It's not clicking for me. Like I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. Like even like I watch Nima. Am I the same skin tone as Nima? No. Do I watch Nima? Yes. Like I've never thought the latter. Like why?
Right.
Like, I don't look like them. I wouldn't watch it. I've never thought that.
Never. And you know why? It's because we grew up watching nothing but white TV shows.
Oh yeah.
And so they do this thing where they give you a little sprinkle of Black people and they go, okay, woo,
there's that diversity. Woo, cover that.
You guys, we're good to go. They've got their one Black show.
Mm-hmm. or one black supporting character. Yeah, that's why, like, with the whole Euphoria thing, like, whenever I never really started, like, I just started watching, or I watched the whole first season of Euphoria.
I haven't watched it
and
yet,
like,
but I've been seeing what, you know.
and people talk about it, and people like loved Euphoria because it was so, like, you know, diverse. Zendaya's like the only black character. I'm just saying, like, Zendaya's like the only black character, and I'm just like, I don't enjoy this. Yeah. Like, I actually hate everybody in the show, including Zendaya. So I don't know, like, that didn't do it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so Dion, I need to stop reading Dion's comments. She said, they said Earf wanted to start a race war.
Girl.
And then Aya Rain said, but then they would have told you make everything about race. But here's the funny thing. White people made it about race first.
No, quite literally. Yeah, no, they were all in my comments, like, calling me a dark skin supremacist. I was just like,
oh my god, that's right.
Remember that? They were going crazy, like, y'all. I was to the point where I wasn't even reading I was not even reading my comments. I was not reading my comments because it was so just fugazi. I was like, I don't even care. But I would go onto a random vlog, like just a vlog of me in the car, like eating a cheeseburger, and I would have a comment that was like, drink bleach, blackie. I'm like, what? I was like, was it that serious? Like, something is really wrong with y'all for real. And just for the same motherfuckers, go to my videos, go to my videos about the drama channels last year in September and look at the most recent comments. People, oh my god, I was such a dickhead to you. You were so right. I'm like, okay, like, what do you want me to do with this?
Like, what am I supposed to say? And I wish I had, like, the maturity that you have at your age. I wish I had when I was your age, because I would be, yes.
Girl, sometimes
right.
I just want to be like, sometimes I just want to be like, girl, y'all were dumb as hell. But I just give it a cute little thumbs up, like, right. Cause, you know, it's the same thing. Like, am I gonna be mad at them for believing the channels a year ago? I always say I understand why the channels were mad.
Right.
I understand why they were mad. I definitely understand. Like, we hit some nerves that they weren't ready for them to, you know, they weren't ready to address that. I get that. Like, I would probably piss too. Right. But it was because of the anti-blackness. That is what pissed me off about it. Like, at the end of the day, that's what pissed me off about. I just felt like they were hella anti-black, and like, it's just been proven over and over and over again. Because after that video, like, after, you know, the videos happened or whatever, that's whenever Luscious came out with like her whole video exposing race. And I was like, so why do y'all believe Luscious? And then why are y'all not side-eyeing Luscious after that?
Right. Like, honestly, like, that's always been my biggest thing, is like, I've been saying this, screaming it from the rooftops. Hello. And
that's what it feels like.
And then people are just like, oh, you're wrong. People wouldn't even watch my videos. They would just comment some BS, and then I don't entertain them. Like, I don't have time. Plus, my ADHD just makes me not even, like, I'll go to respond, but then I'm like, ooh, notification. Like, ooh, shiny. Like,
right. No, I get it. It's like, and that's what it felt like. It felt like me, you, Supermilk, Smurfy, Dion, all of us were just like talking about it amongst us, and it's kind of annoying because I feel like POC people, like, we have like an intuition. Like, we can tell when some shit's about to go down. Like, we can see the storm from miles away. You know what I'm saying? When nobody's even looking in that direction. And so whenever you're trying to warn everybody, like, hey, they ain't shit. Hey, they not shit. Hey, they hate black people. Hey, they don't respect black women. And then, a year later, everybody's like, oh my God, they really don't respect black women. It's like,
like, we've been saying it for years. And that's what makes me so mad is that, again, I think allies are necessary, but I don't like why they're necessary. I don't.
Yes, I can agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like, me, a black woman who is living this racism, I tell you, hello, racism, this is wrong.
It's jumping. I'm giving you a little flasher.
And then nobody listens to me. But then like Ashley Kyle comes out and says the same shit. And all of a sudden it's like, you're so brave.
That's why it pissed me off, Cherita. That's why that's half of the reason her shit pissed me off. Girl, you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything that we have not been saying. Like you might as well have just linked your video.
That's it.
You should have just linked our videos. That's just I'm just saying, like, yeah. I'm just saying you should have just linked all of our videos because it's girl.
Yes.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Cassandra said Paige was hysterical, something about her baby, and nothing was said about her baby.
Girl, I ain't even about to get on that because but no, nothing. Not like nothing. Because I don't like talking about people's kids. And so when people were coming at Ashley's kids, because that's whenever me and Ashley had actually spoke. We had, I can't remember if she messaged me or if I had messaged her how it happened. But people were coming at her kids. And I was like, at first, I didn't even know the comment was coming at her kid. I couldn't even figure out the comment. I was like, are you coming at her kid? What are you talking about? What are y'all talking about? Y'all are weird as fuck. People that were doing that, they were not, they did not watch my channel or knew who I was really. Right. Because I would have been like, you're weird.
Yeah.
Why are you talking about her kids? Is it every day? It
is. It's every day. So Kitty says that whole she talked about my baby video was like the literal definition of gaslighting. And whenever somebody would post and they'd be like, Earf talked about her baby, I would find every comment that would be like, Earf talked about her baby. And I'd be like, show me the receipts. Send me the video. Show me where she talked about that woman's baby. She didn't say anything about the baby. What she said was, it's weird that she compares her black baby to a white baby. That's not.
And let me just say, I am sensitive on that subject because I have a family that I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like the thought of people having mixed race children and it kind of being an aesthetic thing. I don't like that. We're black. If you don't like that, if you don't like what comes with that, then don't have black children. So I don't like that. And it's so funny because I was actually talking about in a video, I was like, I've never thought about my kid's race. I've never thought about that. I was like, oh shit, is my kid gonna be white? I know it sounds bad, but I
was like, Earth is gonna be pissed with that. That baby gonna come out looking just like your husband. You'll be mad.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, is this baby gonna have straight hair? I've always pictured my kid to look like me. First of all, I've never even thought about having a son. I don't even know if I want to bring kids in this godforsaken world anyway.
Right.
But I've never even thought if I had a son. I've always thought if I had a little girl, and I've always thought she looked like me, and I'd put knockers in her hair, and I'd give her braids, and it gives me anxiety thinking of so when people talk harp on having mixed kids or fetishize mixed kids or whatever. I'm not saying that anybody did that. I'm just saying whenever I see or feel an inkling, I'm like, ew. Chill out. Why are y'all talking about y'all's kids?
I know.
That. You know what I mean?
But why is it only that I know why, but it's only mixed black mixed, people and black women, people, I guess, that are just so oh, my kid's gonna have good hair. I want, or they want a mixed kid because they want their kid to have good hair and this and that. There's
fetishization. It's just the fetishization. I have family members that, oh my god, your kids are gonna be so cute, and I'm like, it doesn't matter who my partner is. My kid's gonna be cute because I'm cute. So that's all it is. My kid's gonna be cute. I don't
imagine you're gonna have such cute kids. What is that? So what does that mean for all other kids? Because first of all, my son was cute as fuck when he was born,
and he's so cute now.
Cute, and he's still cute to this day. Yeah, and I look like me, and his dad is 5 times darker than I am. So it has nothing to do with.
And people never be on in the comments. Y'all be honest. If you've ever told somebody that their kid is going to be cute because the parents are of 2 different races, You've never told somebody with 2 dark-skinned parents or 2 white parents, oh my God, your baby's gonna be so cute.
Right.
You've never said it. You've never said it. You've never said it.
Never. And I've seen some mixed race babies that
are not cute. Your kid is not cute. And I'm looking right at you, Drake. I'm sorry. It's just some are not cute. And that's okay.
I'm sorry to people who have earphones in. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scream like that, but
I'm just saying, like, all the kids ain't cute. I can't lie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yes, they're little kids, but I mean,
yeah. Dion said Earf gonna have a blonde baby.
I'll be sick. Y'all don't say, I'm not posting my baby. I'm not even pregnant. I'm not pregnant. No, because I already know.
Kitty said, cough, cough, black men and black grannies never shut up about hair and features. Listen.
Oh my God.
I was like in this group, and this girl, I mean, the baby was like 17, 18 hours old, and she was like, I'm so glad my baby got this good hair. And somebody was like, all right, when that placenta perm wears off, and then
not placenta perm. No, I've heard about nurses. And it's sad because it's not on the black people. I want to be very clear. It's not on black folks. It's really not on black folks. But I've heard about, like, you know, like women having babies and then like immediately, like, I've heard them like checking their ears, checking like their nail beds. And it is directly, we don't even need to look to black people on that because it's really not their fault. It's really just a direct result of anti-blackness and of racism. It's really not on the black women. Like, you know, like, honestly, they probably are so just scared that their kid is going to come up in a hard ass world like they did because they were dark skinned. That's why they're checking. They want to make sure that their babies are going to be okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's not really on them, but it is, but black men. Yeah.
But also remember, who was that couple? I know Dion always has my back because I never remember nothing, but it was the black, is it Damien and Bianca?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know what their names are, but they're like family vloggers, right?
Yes. And so the girl, to me, like, if I looked at her, I'm like, oh, she's black.
Me too.
Like, I look at her and I'm like, oh, a black girl, a light-skinned black girl with her black husband or whatever.
Me too.
And again, when their baby was born, I mean, placenta juice still in the eyes. And she was in the
eyeball.
She was like, oh, I thought they would have pretty eyes like me. Wait, what?
And then whenever we asked her to clarify, we were like, okay, let's clarify.
But she didn't make it any better. She looked at her husband and she was like, Damien, do people ever tell you that you have pretty eyes? And he was like, no. And she was like, see? So I
said no.
I'm like, so you never tell your husband he has pretty eyes?
I hate it so much. I'm telling you, I've progressed past the point of coming to bat for these men. I can't.
Okay, there it is. Yeah,
I just progressed past the point of coming to bat or like trying to give these men the benefit of the doubt. Because the fact that he was just like, Mom, they ain't never said it. Like, you don't think that's a little weird? Like, you don't think that's weird? She basically was like, yeah, brown eyes are ugly. Okay.
Yeah,
next, that's it. Like, y'all are ugly. I'm like, oh my God. I just.
She was like, see? Like, okay, but also, like, your eye is not a personality trait. So.
You said what?
Your eye color is not a personality trait.
These people think that it is. It's crazy. It is crazy to be.
Right. Like, I've been told my brown eyes are pretty.
So now what? Like, I just can't. I can't. The anti-blackness on YouTube is so rampant. I truly believe it'll never be better. It'll never get better. And this app doesn't help anything. Like, honestly.
Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all. Because I don't know. And then you start to just, to run into like the same people that have the same thoughts as you. And like, it becomes a pretty play. Like, and I think that's why I like TikTok. Because I don't never see no racist white people on my TikTok.
Can we talk about TikTok for a second?
Yes.
I either have people on my timeline on Twitter that either hate TikTok, like they think it's like the worst app ever. Like, it's so racist. Like, all this.
Yeah.
Or I have people that love TikTok like
I
me.
love
I love TikTok, and I don't understand. And here's the deal: I see the racist white people on TikTok. I think MAGA TikTok, hot take. I think MAGA TikTok is hilarious. Not because I agree with them. Not because I agree with them. I'm not going to give them a like. I'm not going to give them a heart. But because I think they're so delusional. They're so delusional. Especially at this point. I haven't had time to watch TikTok, honestly, in a while. Or in like a couple days. But like, especially right now with this whole Trump and COVID thing, I would love... In fact, as soon as I get Wi-Fi again, I'm gonna go watch these TikToks because I want to see what people are saying. Yeah. Because now it's like, I don't know if you know who, what is Kellyanne Conway's daughter? Claudia Conway. Like, if y'all see on Twitter right now, she's literally, her name is trending because she's on TikTok. Like, he is not well. He is not okay. He does not need to be out of the hospital. This motherfucker, he is sick. Like, he is sick.
I love her.
I do too. Like, and I'm like, I'm so glad that she's coming out and saying something. Now, MAGA TikTok, I want to see what they're saying to reply to this. Because I'm like, I saw a video before, or I think it might have been during your live stream whenever my Wi-Fi was trash. People, like a video of Trump trying not to cough. I'm like, it's been 3 days.
Yes, that's what Dwayne was, my son's father. He was telling me, he was like, it looks like it was a poorly edited, like he went to cough, but then they like edited it out. But he said it was so poorly done.
It's so bad. Like, I cannot believe that this is, I 100% can believe that this is the state of our country because this is exactly what we deserve.
Yes.
But I just cannot believe the stunts. Like, he's really like, oh no, it was great. COVID loved it. Like, what?
I feel like I did 20 years ago. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Sit your old ass down somewhere.
So I have, there's this guy. Sorry, I'm ordering Chipotle right now. I'm so hungry.
I'm through with you because I'm surely about to go get me something to eat as soon as we are out of here. I am.
I'm like, DoorDash, pass. Thank you. Delivery.
I think I had Chipotle one time. I've had it like, I know.
Oh, I have Chipotle like once a week.
I've literally had it once, I think.
It's a sickness. But that's besides the point. But anyways, what were we talking about?
Oh, just like this whole thing with like Trump's new video of him.
Oh, yeah. So it was just like poorly done. But the whole thing is like, okay, so now you're afraid to cough. But why are you afraid to cough? Because I thought COVID wasn't real. I thought it was a hoax. And then all of a sudden, and like he's telling his supporters, like, yeah, I'm better. I'm good to go. Yes, because you have the literal top doctors, the doctors that you haven't eaten. Where's that black doctor where's that black doctor? Where is she? Because I'm pretty sure she wasn't working on him. Where is she?
I don't know. I can say from somebody that had COVID, like, I don't know if like a lot of y'all like.
Oh, that's right, you did. I forgot you had it.
I had Miss COVID. I got Miss Corona like back in like a couple months ago. And honestly, the first day that I got it was the shittiest I felt. Like, I did not feel good. I just felt sick. Not like horrible, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, oh, I'm sick. Like, I got COVID. Like, I knew it. I knew I had COVID. So I got the test and I got it.
Right.
For the next 2 weeks, I genuinely felt, I'm not going to say I felt fine because it was up and down.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not as bad as I was expecting because people were hyping it up so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was more, I had some other health issues that were actually going on at that time that actually made me feel shittier. But do I believe his old ass feels fine? No, especially not after 3 days. That means that he already had it. Like, he had already had it.
Yes.
Unless, are they saying that? Do you know if they're saying that he still has it, but he feels okay?
So I think what happened, because apparently they get tested like, well, we don't really know because they can't tell us shit.
Right.
But apparently they test him in the morning and in the afternoon. But you know, these Twitter detectives are like, actually, they didn't test him on this day because.
I love it though because I watched a video of his what is it, like his press secretary, like his new one, Kaylee, or I don't even know. They're making fun of her name. I was screaming.
I was laughing so hard.
She has it, and she was talking to the press with no mask. I'm like, y'all are sick. Y'all are sick.
Like this. She walked outside and went like this, ripped off her mask, and was like, "Why are you?"
I was like, "Oh my god, y'all are nasty." Y'all are nasty. They don't think it's that serious. I'm telling you, like they don't think it's that serious.
Right.
Okay.
So I have there. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So there's this guy. His name is Ross. He's so sweet. He's really big in the cheerleading community. Like he's not a cheerleader, but he's like cheerleading's like biggest fan. He's so sweet. But anyways, he was he had still, I guess still, or maybe he doesn't have it anymore, but he had it, but he's still in the hospital and he's young. Like, yeah, he's overweight, but he's young. Like he's probably in his 30s.
Wow.
And today he posted on Twitter, he goes, "I finally stood up for the first time in like 3 weeks or whatever," because he was like in a coma or whatever. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah, and today he was like, "I finally stood up for the first time. It only lasted a couple seconds, but now I feel better," or whatever. And it's like, okay, this young kid who was on oxygen, he's still on oxygen, and you're trying to tell me that this big orange man feels good?
No. I knew somebody that passed away.
Huh?
I knew somebody that passed away. A friend of my husband's literally passed away.
No.
Had a newborn baby. Also like a little, like I don't think he was overweight, but he was a bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he was young too, though. He was like in his late 20s, literally passed away. And I'm just like, I don't believe. And I know other people that got it and said they felt like they can't breathe. Do I know some people like me that got it and were like, whatever? Yeah, I do. But you know what I'm saying? I'm also a lot younger than Trump.
Right.
And I just don't like, it's the foolery. I knew I felt like it was all like a setup again for him to say that he got it, and then for him to say, "Oh, this is fine, everything's great." Like it's a little late for that. Like you should have done this months ago. If they were gonna try to pull this, they should have done it a couple months ago.
I agree too.
But I think because with the election coming up, and the election gives me so much anxiety.
Me too.
Like I'm staying away from the news. I can't. It just gives me so much stress because it doesn't matter who's in office for the next 4 years. It's about to be a shit show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. And then did you hear how people are like, oh, they're like, we should like not sue, but basically they're like, we should go after China because this is basically like terrorism because they knew about corruption.
I only saw one tweet of somebody saying that and I was like, are y'all insane? He's done nothing to prevent himself from getting it. Nothing.
Not a single mask, and all he did was what? He made fun of Biden that night. It was like, all he does is wear a mask. Well,
I know he felt dumb. I know he felt so stupid. And it's like,
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Hell no. He does not feel stupid at all because he's gonna find something. He's gonna find a way to spin it to make him look good
in his head, so he doesn't have to feel stupid.
Because he can't. He made fun of Hillary Clinton a couple years ago because she had pneumonia and was like, "You can't even walk. She's got to stop every 15 minutes." Ha 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 ha.
Like you can't even step out and stand and breathe properly. Like you cannot take breath.
I'm gonna say, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath right now.
Just take one, just for real quick. Like I can't. I hate all these people. I hate it so much. And I'm so nervous about this election because I feel like it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Either way, we're shit.
Boned. Like we're boned. It's done. America's done. We're really over. Like we just need to cancel this place, honestly.
I know. I know. It says what happens when you elect a RA_ISITS. Is it rapist or racist? I don't know.
We don't know. For either of them, really. For really either. Like we can pick and choose C or a P for either of them. It doesn't matter.
Right. Pick a number. Like which one?
It's so sad. It's so sad that this is our reality, y'all. Like I've only been able to I've only been old enough to vote, and this will be my second election that I'll be able to vote in. And I just feel like I got the I just got like the short end of the stick both times. Honestly, like I do. I'm for Obama. My phone about to die. But like, you know what I mean? It's just so
Yeah, you couldn't even vote for Obama.
No, I was in like 5th grade. I was in 5th grade, and I remember, no, Cherita, in Texas, it was so bad. I remember in 5th grade, people would be like, because y'all know I went to private Christian school. They were not happy.
They were pissed.
They were pissed.
Smurfy said
America thought like the Antichrist was becoming the president. I'm like, oh baby, we got a long way to go.
Right. Smurfy said America needs to hang it up flat screen.
Flat screen. No, I saw a tweet that said somebody, America's done. Y'all turn out the lights. The last one turn out the lights when y'all go. Because for real, like it's so bad. That's why, like, I don't know if you watch Nappy Head Jojoba, but
yes,
she's moving. She's moving. She's like, I can't do this no more. I don't blame her.
I love her. I do
too. I don't blame her at all. Like if you can afford to do that, like I don't blame people that do that. You know what I mean?
Move now.
Definitely don't blame people that do that.
I don't. So Nessa said, I feel either he's sick and downplaying it big time, or he's not sick and putting on a ad for us to think he's sick and for pity and trying to show that it's not deal because it has to be one of the two.
Wait, I'm so sorry. It's the way I literally heard nothing. My connection is bad. Hold on 1 second. Let's give it a minute. And see if I can get connected again. Okay, wait. Try to reread her comment because I did not hear that.
Okay. So this is about Trump. I feel either he's sick and downplaying it big time, or he's not sick and putting on a semi-act for us to think he is sick for pity and to try to show that it's not a big deal because his old ass beat it.
Yeah, it's like one of two ways. Or I guess it could be, I want to say, I guess it could be both, but it can't be. Because either he's lying or he's not lying. And it's like, I feel like the fact that we as a people can't even like determine whether or not this is all just like an actual hoax is sad. Like I genuinely, I can definitely agree that he would be lying to like make it like, oh, like make it out not to be that bad. But then again, he really does look sick. So I'm like, well, I don't know which it is. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. And like nobody in politics is good for us. I think that's what we need to figure out.
Like, yeah, no, and I'm like definitely, I don't know about like how you look at it because everybody's politics is different. I'm interested in seeing the entire system burnt down. I don't want to see presidents. I don't think that presidents make sense. I don't think that any of that shit makes sense to me. Like how one person can represent an entire country, that literally makes no sense to me. So it's like with voting, and I know like people feel like a certain way about voting and like it's a very touchy subject. I totally understand. But it's like, it's almost like we're both in swing states. I'm in a red state. You're in a blue state.
Yeah.
How much does it matter? How much does it matter? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I feel like if you're privileged enough to do it and you want to do it, like do it. If you don't want to do it, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't really care. But it's like, it's just so depressed. It's so depressing. It is.
I know. Audra says that Trump has access to healthcare that very few of us have. And that's
the God's honest truth.
Well, I think we both just...
Did we both just cut out a little bit?
Yeah. Remember, my Wi-Fi is trash. But yeah, so Audra says he has access to healthcare that very few of us have. And it's like, that's nothing but the truth.
No, yeah, that's the God's honest truth. But it's like, I don't know, like, what could they have done at Walter Reed if there's no cure? I mean, and I'm sure that they are helping out like rich people, and obviously the president of all people more than they would help out like me or you, obviously. Right? But it's kind of like, what can they really do? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Honestly, there's so much that we don't know because there's so much secrecy surrounding like the president and what he has access to that we'll never know. Like he could be cured from it. He could. We don't. There could be a vaccine. We don't know.
We have no idea. Smurfy says the two-party system has to go.
Absolutely. I don't identify. I don't relate to either of them. Like I don't.
Like,
they're both pro-war. They're both they're both pro-war, pro-military, pro-prison. Like, I don't pro-capitalism. Like, it really doesn't look that different to me, honestly.
Exactly.
I mean, I know it's more than that, but it doesn't look that different.
Like, I know I lean left a little bit, but that doesn't mean like I'm a liberal or I'm a Democrat or none of that.
I'm like so far to the point left, even though like I still like am like pro-gun and like hell, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I'm still pro-death penalty. I think that's a Texan in me. I can't for some reason I can't let that go. I think that's just like Texas stronghold because when people say, what do you do with rapists and murderers?
Kill them. What do you mean? What do you do?
I don't give a damn about a rapist. I don't give a damn. Hopefully not elect 2 of them in November. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, kill their ass. I don't know. Look, YouTube's gonna.
That's okay.
YouTube's gonna be like, you're now demonetized. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't identify. I can't.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. So, let me see. Alex said, I don't trust anyone who thinks they can electrocute the gay out of me.
For real. I don't trust anybody that wants to run this country. You have to be a sociopath. Like, why would you want to run this godforsaken country?
Why?
It doesn't look appealing to me at all.
If I was ever the president, I'd be like, first things first, there's no more government. Goodbye.
I would be like, I don't know. What would I do as my first thing? Ooh, that's like a really good. What would you do as first thing as president?
Yeah.
I would definitely end the 40-hour work week. What I would end first is the need to work to survive.
It's definitely the both of us.
Oh no. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
If the first thing I would do as president, I would end the need, like the actual need to work to survive. Yes. Like, you would only have to work to live, like to fulfill your life. Like, right. Whatever we would have to put in place to make that happen, which would be in capitalism, you would have to, like, why are we working all the time? Like,
and why 40 hours a week?
I'm at work more than I'm at home. It's not realistic.
No.
Like, it's not realistic.
Tamika said she'd run naked through the White House.
Oh, and then I would definitely decriminalize marijuana. How none of them have done that yet? Baby, how none of that? It's sick. It's because they're sick. But yes.
I posted something. I don't know if I no, I did. I posted it on my Twitter, and it was like, marijuana mommies say that, marijuana makes them better moms or whatever. And somebody commented and was like, yeah, they probably made them better black dads too, but we'll never know because they're all locked up.
Locked. I'm like, how in 2020 are people still in jail for weed? How? Weed. Just recently, Houston, I think if you get caught with like less than like an ounce or something, maybe a half ounce, you like get a ticket, like you don't go to jail. But that's big for Texas. That's huge for Texas.
Oh wait, it broke up.
It cut out.
Okay, go ahead.
That's huge for Texas though. Like the border, like, oh my God, it is. Anybody that lives here, like, y'all know, it is so bad here.
That sucks.
The stigma against like marijuana, you know what I mean?
Which is so weird. Xavier said universal basic income.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me, who I didn't ask to be here.
No, I didn't. And I didn't ask to be born here either. And credit. Get rid of credit. Like, even if we have, and like, I'm not saying that my credit's actually horrible. Like, my credit's actually pretty good. But right. I don't understand. Like, I didn't know that I had credit. I bought a car at like 18 and I was paying the note, and my dumb ass, I didn't know I had credit. I was like, oh, I've never opened a credit card. I didn't know I had credit. So my credit is good. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that other places don't have credit, and we do, and it's so fucking racist. Yeah. It's so, the credit system, like, I would get rid of all that shit.
And it's like one of those things where the worse you are, the worse the credit gets. But it's like, okay, so I missed one payment because something happened. I missed one payment. Now that payment now has doubled. You know, like that just doesn't make sense to me. Why are you
and especially like in
why are
times
you
like now, like during a pandemic, like people cannot pay their shit. Like I know everybody wants to act like everybody, oh, we're all good. Oh, yeah. No. People are missing their bills.
Yes.
People don't have gas money to drive to work. Like people are going through it. Like
Yeah. Yep.
But nobody wants to talk about it. And I know that's understandable because like it's embarrassing. Like people don't want to talk about that, but trust, people are going through it.
Yeah, they are. I mean, like, look at like student loans. That's the worst debt ever. Oh my God, Smurfy, our minds. He said student loans got to go.
Yeah, that too.
They have to. Like, how are you going to tell somebody in order to get a good job, you have to go to college?
Not doing it.
And then in order to go to college, like you have to pay all this money. But I know you don't have that money, so I'm going to give you a loan. And then the day that you graduate from college, I'm going to make you start paying it back, even though you don't have a job yet. You missed your first payment. Oh, we're doubling that and that and that and that. Oh, you can't afford to pay it. We're going to send you to collections and fuck up your credit.
And it's so crazy because people that are against it, like people that are against like universal education, or is it universal education? I don't know. Free education.
Universal income.
Or no education. Like people that are against like.
Oh, wait, hold on. You broke up. Hold on, you broke up. Okay, go ahead.
People that are against free college will use the argument that, well, if you make college free, then the education will be, it'll be less. But it's like, do we not already realize that we already have social programs? Like, would public school be considered a socialist program? I don't know, but it's free education. Like, it's free schooling. So basically you're saying that like your education probably and your kids' education probably, because they probably went to public school, was all shit.
Right.
Like, I think that the education system in America is shit because we're what is it, ahistorical or whatever. Like we pick and choose what we want to like, remember about history. But you're saying it's shit because it's free. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make sense that people would be against free college. I think it's just like another class. It's just another classes.
It is.
Classes in America.
It is, because people be like, well, how come you just didn't get a scholarship?
Like, bitch, because I don't know how to get a scholarship. Like, what? I don't know how to do that.
They don't teach people how to get scholarships. And then, like, what if you were born into a impoverished area? You can't help that. And then you don't have the best school, the best education. So, yeah, like, when you go to college or apply for a college, it's not going to be the best. It's not going to be the best college, and you're not going to have that. You're not going to be able to do the scholarships, and and it's just
it's not for everybody as well. Like it's not for everybody. College was not for me. I went twice, two times. But I was like, and I was just like, what? And my parents were never like, you have to go to school. They were like, no. They were like, you do not have to go to school. And so I was like, I want to go because why not? Like, I'll go. And then I was like, oh, that's not for me. And then a couple years later, I was like, I'll go again. I was like, not for me again. It's just not for everybody. And some people, myself included, are able to get good jobs without now. There might be some other ways that it happens. Like you might know somebody. That's usually what it is, nepotism. Yeah. But it can happen. It's not, college is not always the way. It's just not.
Right. Fefi says in Chile, we're fighting to have 40-hour work week, and politicians are like, 40 hours are not enough. People will get lazy.
Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean?
Let's see.
Like they should be working more?
I guess so.
Oh, babes, it's not happening.
No.
It's not happening. What? That's nuts.
Yep. And then not to mention most scholarships require a high GPA. And then if you go to school, because like you have people literally getting like, what's your GPA? Oh, a 4.75. What? I thought it stopped at 4.0.
Girl, I can't, my mind can't even wrap around it. Like I've been out of school not so long, but I've been out of school so long, I'm like,
right. But those are people who took like honors classes, those classes that get
gifted and talented, AP,
AP classes. Yeah, but if you go to a school that doesn't even offer that, then how can you get a scholarship if you don't have over a 4.0 GPA?
I was listening to For Harriet, Kimberly Foster talk about how, like, because she went to Harvard,
Oh,
and like how education is so big in her family, but like now she's like in $49,000 worth of debt, and she was just at like $52,000 worth of debt, and she makes really good money. So the fact that she's paying it off that slowly
right.
kind of tells you how hard it is to keep up with it. And she said she sees people that go for undergrads, like bachelors, and take out $100,000 worth of debt, and it's like, you're never gonna pay that off. You're
Right.
never, so you're gonna like die going into, I
In
can't
debt.
like, and I'm not discouraging anybody from going to college. Like, if you want to go to college, go to college. But it's like, our system in America of college is just trash.
I know it is. So Fefi said we're one of the countries in Chile. We're one of the countries who work the most hours. Of 40 hours is a reduction of hours.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
that is nuts to me.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I can't imagine. No, like I can't imagine. I cannot imagine working more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, have I done it? Yes, and I hate it. So you know what? I'm lying. Like, I can't imagine it because I've done it and it sucked. Like, it took a really bad toll on my mental health because I was so exhausted from working all the time. So the fact that like that's normal in other places is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, Dion said you should be able to support yourself and your family without higher education. And I agree.
I agree too.
I agree.
And working yourself to the bone, like working yourself like a dog. Like that is not what life is about. Working all the time is not what life is about. It's just not.
No, not at all. Our systems for everything in America are tough. Literally everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, literally every system, like health, education, like all of that.
They're catered to rich white people who know people.
Yeah,
that's it.
That is it, and that's why, kind of bringing it back to voting, that's why unless we do vote like somebody revolutionary, like unless there's like a massive vote for somebody just so against the grain, it's not going to change, because that's what these people, that we have the option to elect, they have interest in keeping those systems in place.
Right.
It lines their pockets. Like they do.
Yep. Yeah, livable wage. Like, it's not that hard to ask for. Again, like I said, like nobody asked to be here. Nobody asked to be born.
Yeah, I mean, even if you like, even in I don't know what the minimum wage. I think I saw that in Georgia it's $7.25. I think it is $7.25 still here in Texas. If you do the math, if it's 15, like, okay, I can't use my calculator because I'm on my phone. But if you do the math and you work 15 hours or $15 an hour, $40 a week, I think that your 2-week paycheck still comes out to $700.
And that's
what am I gonna do with that?
And that's
what am I going to do with that? Before, like, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how people, I don't know like how they expect people to live, honestly.
I don't either.
I think they don't. They want people to die. Like, they genuinely want people to die.
I mean,
easier for them.
It
would be easier for people to die.
Right. Missed opportunity with Bernie Sanders. Oh, we know.
Oh my God, I know. Don't even get me started. It's horrible. The DNC hates him. They hate him.
Really? Oh, yeah.
I'm convinced.
They have to.
Yeah.
They absolutely have to. Oh, okay. So somebody said, seeing that article about the coronavirus being good for Jeff Bezos because he's about to be a trillionaire sickened me. Yeah.
I say all the time, if I was Jeff Bezos, I cannot imagine waking up every morning and being able to, like, that kind of guilt. I would almost feel, oh my God, okay, perfect instance. Today I was at the bank and the car ahead of me got $20. I guess they were trying to get $20 out. And they forgot, maybe, I don't know, but they drove away. I'm literally honking at them. They're getting on the freeway. I drive off, don't even do my transaction. I'm trying to get his attention. I can't get to him, so now he's on the freeway. I felt so bad because I had this $20. I was like, I have to buy somebody lunch or give this to somebody because I felt so bad. So the fact that he can wake up every morning and have all this money and he could end world hunger. He could end so many things.
Yes.
And just doesn't.
Right.
I could not live with that. Like, I could not live with that conscience. I'm not saying you have to give away your money, even though I would suggest it, because why do you need that money? Like, how do you live with that on your mind? I couldn't.
I know. And I worked for Amazon. I worked for Amazon. And it was so frustrating to see. So first of all, I worked graveyards. I worked
I'm just putting my phone down for a second.
Oh, that's fine. So I worked 410. So I would work 10-hour shifts 4 days a week, but I was working graveyards. So literally like working to the bones. And we weren't getting paid the money that he literally could pay us. You know what I mean? And like for a while, okay, this is how you know. When Corona first started, our job basically was like, I mean, you can come in, but you also don't have to. So they weren't losing out on money because they have more than enough people
to
work there. But it was like, I could not go to work and I'd be, yay, my DoorDash is on the way. And like Amazon wasn't suffering at all. And then they like gave us a little bit of an increase. They were like, oh, if you show up, if you do come to work, we'll give you, I think it was like, and I probably am wrong, like $2 extra an hour.
Wow. That's what they were doing at a lot of places, giving like a $2 raise. I was like,
but first of all, I'm like,
don't open your fucking purse. Like, oh my God.
$2.
But that's the point of capitalism, like maximum profit with minimum loss. Like, work these people. Doesn't matter if they're gonna die. Doesn't matter if they're, it does not, none of that. You're a number. All you are is a number. And whenever you realize that, and it's not like personal, like, oh, like they laid me on because of whatever. No, they're just greedy.
Yeah.
That's all it is at the end of the day. They're greedy and they want to see generational wealth. They want to make sure their kids good, their kids good. Cousins good, everybody.
Whoever is in his Jeff Bezos family it's going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years before anybody has to lift a finger.
No, it's crazy thinking about that. Like, I can't imagine having that much money. I just can't. And I can't imagine being that greedy if I had it. Like, I have been in positions where I have $5 in my bank account. And I was scrambling and getting change for the dude that I see at McDonald's that's like sitting outside with his family. Like, I sit with that. Like, damn, like you're really out here with your like, damn.
Yep.
And I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't judge people on how they got to that position either. And I think that's what a lot of rich people do.
They'll be like, well, maybe if they would have, we don't have time for
whataboutism. Well, if they no, like, why do you care? Just give them the damn money down. It doesn't even affect you.
Exactly.
It does not even affect you.
Exactly. And those are the same what about people, with the whataboutisms when it comes to like police brutality. Well, maybe if they weren't, like, people are still trying to say that like, well, if Breonna Taylor didn't have that boyfriend, then she would have never been. It's like, so now you're judging her preference of boyfriends.
Dude, I was literally over listening to a conversation the other day of I can't remember. It was a cop talking to somebody, and I can't even remember where I was. If I was like at a store or something, I don't know, or waiting in line or something like that. And I overheard, and then I had to put my 2 cents in because it pissed me off. But they were talking about the schooling system being bad. Oh, that's a bad school. It's a bad school. And I said, oh, what makes the school bad? Just tell me, humor me. What makes the school bad? And they said that they had opened up some new housing complex, like, government housing complex around the school. And so it attracted a bad group of people. And I said, well, what made the people bad? And they were like, well, it was low income. And I said, so they're poor. Like, let's just be clear. You don't know that they're bad. They're just poor, right? And he literally said yes, the cop. I was like, all right, like this, and this is all I need to know about cops, and this is all I need to know about how y'all feel about poor people. And I'm out. Like,
yeah, that's
it.
Like,
I just hate it.
I can't get behind the like, oh, all poor people are bad.
like the stigma, it's so ingrained though. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the only way that there will ever be change is if we change our education system. And with people like freaking, who is it, Betsy DeVos or whatever, girl, it's not happening anytime soon.
No, not at all. Not at all. Because they think that, you know, black and brown people, like, they always compare. They'll be like, what was it? Somebody said something. It was like, well, black people can be just like regular people. What? Huh?
What is a regular?
Please tell me what that means. Like, I'm really confused. Like, we need a regular person. Yeah, and then, like, we need to, and then especially like with cops, like we need to end this like qualified immunity. Like, just because you're a cop doesn't mean you can't be a bad, like.
Well, we need to end cops. One, we need to end punishment. We need to end punishment. And I'm not saying that there's not issues with that argument, like, or with that statement, because there is. Right. But we have such a need for punishment. We always feel like, okay, well, you did this, so we're gonna lock you in a cage. Like, I also talk about that. I also told this to the cop I remember, because they were talking about that, and they were talking about something about prisons. And I said, just over listening, just being nosy. And I was like, do y'all realize that like Texas prisons still don't have air conditioning? We don't have air conditioning here. We do not have air conditioning in our prisons. We don't have to have them until 2024, I believe. And it's like, it is so hot. It's like an oven. Like, people don't realize, like, it is so inhumane. Yeah. Whenever first of all, a lot of these people did not even commit the crimes that are in there. A lot of these people. And a lot of these people don't need to be in there. Why are you in jail for doing drugs? What? Right. Or selling drugs? I don't give a damn the drug. I don't care the drug. Why are you in jail for drugs?
Right. And they always, what do they call it? The Department of Rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation shit.
Where's the rehab? And then
the only goal is for them to come back. That's it.
Yeah, because they come out and then they can't get a job because
they're institutionalized. They're 100% institutionalized, which is the goal.
Yes, they can't get a job. They can't. All they know is what got them there in the first place.
And then they learn more bad shit when they're in there.
Right.
Like, you learn how to be a better criminal. You're around a bunch of criminals, and you don't think you're gonna learn how to do more bad shit. You're gonna learn how to do it better than whenever you got in there.
Like, people on their route, they'd be like, "Hey, this is the mistake I made. Don't make this mistake." And they're going to go out and they're just going to do the same things. But it's to be institutionalized. And I don't know. There's a lot wrong with our prison system.
Yeah.
They exist.
And all of our systems. So, like, whoever said that is correct, that all of our systems are just so bad. They're so bad.
Trash. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So Kitty says the way firefighters are able to save lives without taking them proves that all cops are bastards. And I find that funny because people always are like, well, maybe you should have just listened to the cop, or maybe you should have done this. Maybe you should have done that. There's firefighters, there's nurses, there's social workers. They deal with the same people, yet they're not.
And refrain from killing them. Somehow. Yeah, no, I know.
And the crazy thing is you don't hear stories of many stories. I'm going to knock on wood, but you don't hear many stories of deranged man killed another nurse. You know, like, it's not like a daily thing that happens.
You don't hear about it.
We're constantly hearing is how cops are shooting people, shooting and killing. But nurses deal with the same people, yet they're not out here. Like, Tanisha talks about her stories all the time, and Tanisha ain't nothing but 5 foot nothing.
Right.
You know, a buck 02. Right. I don't know. She's this big. And I can only say that because I'm that big too.
You are so short. Oh my God. So I thought I was short. I'm like, oh no, Cherita is short.
Oh yeah, I'm little. And so, yeah, like, if she can do it with no problem, how come these cops can't?
Right. And you are right in that sometimes it does happen. Like I recently saw in Canada, Dion can probably attest to this. They treat indigenous people like shit. Like they treat indigenous people like shit. And I did recently hear that a nurse or that a girl was on her like literally on her deathbed and she went on Facebook Live and like
yes.
talking about her. So yes, does it happen? Yes. Is it that like maybe it's not publicized as much? No. But like I just don't think that certain policing is necessary. And like in some okay, like how I told you I watch MAGA TikTok sometimes because it's hilarious. Sometimes I watch like the other news stations. Like first of all, I try not to watch any news, but if I do, I'll watch like different news stations and like see what they're talking about. And because I wanted to see, I want to see what these like Trump supporters are talking about during this time. And I don't know her name, but I know that she's on Fox. I think it's like Jeannie Pirro. I could be wrong. I don't know. Okay. But she was like making fun of people talking about wanting psychologists and therapists going with police officers to different. She was making fun of it. She's like, Biden wants social workers and therapists and psychologists to go with police officers. What? And I'm like, that literally only makes sense. Like that actually, that's if Biden believes that, which I have a hard time believing that he believes that. Right. But if he does believe that, that actually makes sense. Like that is something that should be happening. Yeah. Why they think it's crazy, I can't figure out because they're fucking nuts and they're like boomers. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I know. That was like, okay, I think what they have a hard time deciphering is when it comes to Black Lives Matter, it's not everybody who's Black that got shot. It's when it happens unjustly. There was a guy, and I think he was like on PCP or something, doesn't excuse his actions, but he had a knife, like a big ass knife, right? And the thing that they did is they tased him. Great. Thank you for just not shooting right away.
Right.
So he gets tased and literally nothing. Like he doesn't drop to, maybe he dropped to the ground. I don't know. It didn't faze him at all. And he's got this knife and he starts running towards a cop.
Oh yeah, that's scary.
So her partner shoots him. It wasn't until, the guy is still running at the girl with the knife. He's running and he's shot. He's getting shot. He's still running. That's why I think he was on PCP. Because if you get shot, you're going down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it was finally the last shot that hit him in his heart and, took him out. And I made the mistake of reading the comments and everybody was like, I wonder how Black Lives Matter is going to spin this one. They're not going to spin it anyway because obviously her life was in danger.
Right. I never know like what you're saying. Like it's so hard because I know that there are instances of whenever cops' lives are in danger. Like I'm fully aware of that. Like I'm not stupid. I'm so aware that I am talking about instances when their lives are not in danger. And like also like if they have a weapon, yes. But if they don't have a weapon, there's no need for the excessive force. Like, it's just not needed. They'll, pile on people 3, 4, 5 cops, on one person. And it's just
right.
This is unnecessary.
Very.
This is unnecessary. I'm not talking about those times, though. I'm talking about, times whenever people, when people are, actually probably gonna kill somebody, okay, I can understand, you know what I'm saying, really feel like your life is in danger or whatever. But this is why I'm not a cop, because I can't make those kind of decisions. I cannot make, and that's coming from somebody that is I'm not against guns at all whatsoever. Not against guns at all. Because like I said, I'm not anti-gun, but I can't actually imagine, I can't imagine taking somebody's life. I don't know. Sometimes it is necessary, especially for women. I always tell Black women, especially, get a damn gun.
Yeah.
Get your gun license and get a gun.
Yep. But also, okay, so one, they think it's just about the Black lives, but two, when we say police need more training.
Oh my God! They do
it. Not even 2 years worth of training. Most of the time, it's paid for. Not like it's a You don't have to go to college. You have to have no type of college.
No type of like psychology degree. Nothing. I met a guy the other day. Literally, he was like a security guard, and then he was talking about how he was trying to get in the police academy, and I was like, why? And he was like, because what did he say? Just because he essentially he just needs a gig. He just needs a freaking gig. He's got a family. He needs to get some money. I mean, that's like really what it is. And it's like, but why police? I said, but why police? Why can't you be a firefighter? Why do you have to be a cop?
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, well, it's like shorter training. Yep. That is not good. If you think that is okay, that is not like what? Yeah. Like, dude, come on. Like, it is not worth it. It's just to me not worth it.
I know. And Xavier says, can't they shoot? They can't shoot nobody in the foot or somewhere non-fatal.
That's what I'm saying, Xavier. That's how I feel. Like, damn, you can't shoot them in the foot and like debilitate them or something. Like, make it to where they cannot come near you. Like something.
Oh, I think we both froze. Okay.
Did we?
Yeah. But yeah, like, and people are like, well, cops they're trained to unload, like to empty their clip legally.
Which is scary. That's scary. That is scary. If they are trained, that is very scary. Like, holy shit.
I know. Chelsea asked if we ever heard of the Stanford experiment. I have not.
No, I've never heard of that either.
I don't know what that is. Because so my whole thing is, okay, so say you shoot somebody in their foot and they just because the only way that I can make it make sense in my mind is you want to empty your clip because if they have a weapon, then they still might be able to reach for it or whatever. But here's the thing. If you get shot in the leg or the foot and then you go and reach for something, then yeah. But 9 times out of 10, they're probably not even going to have anything. So why? I don't know.
It has to be extreme cases. Like, it has to be, and which is funny because, like I said, I'm not against the death penalty. I'm not. But I don't know if I think that cops should be the ones to determine that. Does that make sense?
No, yes. Like they always say they're not the judge. They're not the
jury. Like, that's, I don't know if they should, and I also don't think that judges should necessarily be able to, like, just judges themselves be able to decide if somebody should be on death penalty. I don't think that that's correct. Like, because just one person gets to decide it. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least try to get them to where they can get in the car. Just put them in a damn car.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Like, we have to come up with more creative ways to help people not destroy themselves, because that's what people are doing. They're like, when they're to the point where they're willing to fight police, they're destroying themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So usually, it's like we have to come up with more creative ways to help them out and detain them.
Exactly. Hey, Dom. So girl, there's just a lot.
Girl, we went through a lot. Girl, we covered so much. Like, damn, we were trying to solve the world's problems. Oh my God, I can't.
We really did. We tried it. But listen, okay, so we do need, maybe we should talk about a little podcast. That'd be cute.
That would be cute. Okay, I'm down. I love. Hey, and you can also do, like, people do visual podcasts. Like, I watch podcasts sometimes, you know, and listen to them. But like, even watching one, I mean, this is kind of like a little podcast, kind of in a way. So I would be down to do that for sure.
Okay, there you go.
Is it good? Are we good?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure, because this Wi-Fi is spotty on both sides. My grandma does not have good Wi-Fi either. None of us have the country ass Wi-Fi. It's just bad. It's bad.
I know. Okay, so everybody, make sure you go and you subscribe to Earf. Go subscribe to YouTube. Make sure you guys like this chat. Also, I know Xavier's on this chat. He has a channel. Dion's on this chat. He has a channel.
So subscribe. Tony, AR, Super Milk,
all of them.
Well, everybody, like, some people have channels that I love to see it.
I know. So you guys,
this was cute. This was fun. I love y'all. I wish I could read the comments. Are you gonna leave the live chat up? Because I really am gonna go back and watch it with the live chat. Okay, cool, good.
Yeah, I'm going to leave this up. And now that more karma's happening, I feel like we got more stuff to talk about.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much.
Love you guys.